Yeah, right. I just hit it. We live. All right. Let me get it in.
At Planet Fitness, your pace is as personal.
The HOK is the toughest environment. And at your own risk is the toughest environment.
Set a fan up out here, it's like 110 degrees.
The HOK is the toughest environment. Yeah, stay strong, don't crime. It's the toughest environment. Yeah. No handouts here, you have to earn your respect. And when you do, you make they ass regret. They call it the toughest, and the title is earned from the bridges we crossed and the lessons we learned. In a cool-blooded kingdom, a concrete cage. Muslim, Christian, Israelites, step on the stage. I dare you, I dare you, I dare you, I dare you. In a cool-blooded kingdom, sa.neter created. HOK, where you can't fake it. The HOK is where you fight back. No room for error, no window attack. It's a masterclass, how you handle the heat. Where the pedigree is written on the concrete streets. Toughest environment, yeah, we know the score. Locked in on debate and asking for more. The HOK is the toughest environment. Enter at your own risk is the toughest environment. The HOK is the toughest environment. Stay strong, don't cry. It's the toughest environment. Yeah.
Yeah. 1, 2. You already know what it is. We in the building, man. We got our brother Ro over here. Man, Ro from 607 Unc. Y'all already know. I don't know how Nepal made this happen, but Nepal got Ro over here on the channel, and we getting ready to get in. Ro is a powerful debater. He debated a lot of people over there on 607 Unc, and he also debated Nepal. I think he's face to face with Jabari too, right?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, there you go. And so what I want to do is let you go ahead and introduce yourself, brother. Let the people know who you are. And then you could go right in on, just talking about your Bible and what you believe in and in Jesus,
Absolutely.
Yeah, go ahead.
Absolutely. My name is OTG Ro. I'm from Off the Grid Network. I also work on 607 Unc's channel on X-Files. We had our debate with Nepal and also with Jabari, and that was on Sean Mike Kelly's. That's when we did that confrontation. I've been a minister, a former minister. I served for 6 years. I was head of a youth group, and we went on mission trips to Mexico. We also went on camping trips and experiences where we also introduced a lot of children to God. And yeah, I found a few flaws that I did have in the Bible that I had issues with. And that's why I took a step away, but I still have my principles that I believe, and I am a Christian, and I identify as a Christian.
Yeah. How did you do with Captain Cesario? How do you think you did when you faced off with the captain?
Oh, I did pretty good. We actually had a really great conversation. He told me some points that I didn't know. I told him some points he didn't know. So it was real educational between both of us.
Oh, okay, that's what's up. And so let's start the conversation, man.
Yeah.
Talk about your Bible, defend your God. And I want to let you know, you are now in the toughest environment to be in, brother.
Let's go. I'm ready. Come on.
All right. Who want to start it off? Who want to ask some questions? You, Nepal, go ahead.
Yeah, peace, Ro. Thank you so much for doing this. You see, we already got our heavy hitters lined up, ready to come in and ask you questions. Let's start with what you were saying, because we have Ankh, the God Killer. He's all about science. We have Ashe. He does science as well. I do science.
No, I can't say on that one. No, he do not.
Okay, stop. Come on. Okay, so let me ask you, remember when we were going back and forth and you were saying that sex is a is a curse and that God did not really want us at first to reproduce sexually. Can you expound on that? And then we'll let the brothers come in.
Okay, so what I was referring to was the allegory of the forbidden fruit being about sex in itself. So with that implication, the reptile that convinced Eve to disobey God and partake in the forbidden fruit, that act was sex. Following that, she went and had sex with Adam. And it's just an explanation about listening to trying to honor your marriage and your bond that you're supposed to have with your partner. She didn't keep up with the word of God because she didn't even want to listen to her husband. And that was a commandment that he heard directly from God.
Okay.
But it's not an actual fruit. But go ahead.
Yeah, sa.neter, you want to keep him on the big screen or you want to let him just... You're muted.
Nah, I control it. Don't worry about it. Whoever's
No, I
talking.
don't want him to feel nervous because he's
No, not at all.
right now.
Right. So go ahead, Nepal.
So remember when you said sex is forbidden, it was something that was evil, and that was our curse, because before we used to reproduce by a man just giving his rib. So you stand with that.
That was a form of provocative sex. This is where the perversion came from. This is why there's a perversion. This is when people feel that they have opened their mind to the forbidden knowledge of good and evil to this day. Even growing up as a child and all of our childhoods, I'm pretty sure that you had an innocence that was stripped away the moment that you really understood what sex was and what it was about, and especially experiencing it and feeling it. So this is what got them through those acts to be cursed out of the Garden of Eden. And that's why her childbirth was painful, whereas the childbirth that Adam was enduring was going to be from a rib. She came from his rib.
So are you prepared to speak to us on a scientific level about that, or you just want to stick in the Bible? All right. So scientifically, we reproduce male, female, and I'll go back and forth out of the Bible like I did with the conversation we had. Even in the Bible, it said, be fruitful and multiply. I made you male and female. So how is that evil?
You took it right out of my mouth. I had it put up right here with that Genesis 1:28, right?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
So I'm saying they were to multiply, yes. But the way that they were supposed to multiply wasn't supposed to be this provocative act that it became. That's what I'm saying. The deed was still there. The intention was still there for them to be fruitful. That's why Adam wasn't alone. Eve came from him because he was not supposed to be by himself.
Okay, I'm gonna let anybody can jump in, but I want you said you can go in science as well. Can you show us scientifically where a male's rib or even a portion of a male
Well, we haven't found the remains of Adam. That would be the only male that did it. So it wouldn't be multiple males to support that.
But according to the text itself, right? And that's so this is within the story, this would be the second creation chronologically, right?
Yes.
Because he created them and called their name Adam, right? And this was like a collective. We see that there's a tribe or a collective called Adam at first. And then it almost presents it in a way as if an individual was taken from amongst that group and placed in this garden setting, if you would. And then there's something going on within this garden that didn't happen outside of the garden. But that commandment, that first law that God ever laid down, that was for them people out there, for that tribe, for them to be fruitful and multiply. You don't get that rib story until later. This is why, and I'm wondering, do you agree with me on this? This is a question. I'm gonna lay the premise down and after you agree after. Okay. This is why a lot of scholars, they came to the conclusion that they was written in two different time periods, where one is kind of real general, create these people, go be fruitful, multiply, just go do y'all thing amongst the earth. And then you got this other little sideshow that's going on within the garden setting. And now this dude is getting, and it matches kind of like with the other ancient Near Eastern cultures as well, right? Because you'll look like within the Sumerian text, you'll see the garden set up, the rib set up, forbidden fruit set up going on. You get what I'm saying? So that's more mirroring. And they said that may actually be the older story than the first story that we get within the Bible, right? Do you agree with that? What's your thoughts on that?
I can agree with that. And I can go further to say that the Sumerian text is still being translated. It's never been completed. No one has a complete understanding on what it's saying.
Your mic went out. Your mic went out, brother, bro. Yeah, your mic.
Man, I'm gonna sound like it died on him or something.
Is my mic okay?
Yeah, you good.
Your mic is good.
Okay. Yeah, what do you have to say about this, Ankh? We want to hear from you as well. What do you think about this?
He's trying to straighten his mic out.
I know, but I don't want to have dead air, honey.
Okay.
Oh, it sounds like they flying through the. I ain't doing all that. They floating and flying. I can't do all that. I'm gonna wait till they
just go in. Huh? That's all you do is do what you do.
I'm listening. I'm hearing it.
Look, when you go over there to 607, that's how you're gonna be getting it in. They're gonna be coming at you.
Sometimes it's best to listen.
Okay. Hey, bro, let's hear you. No, I can't hear you, bro. You might have to go out and come back in.
The Anunnaki got his mic. He read too deep into the Sumerian tablets. That's what happened to him.
Yeah.
Oh man, boy, I tell you.
And in the meantime, like the brother said that, because I think the reason we have the conclusion he said that because a lot of those tablets were broken, right? So when you're dealing with that, with these broken stones like that, it's hard to decipher and get the whole story. So a lot of them are like unfinished and stuff like that. It's the same way with like even the Dead Sea Scrolls, though. They were fragmented when they were found as well. But for the most part, they know what them people were saying.
Right.
They know what they were saying.
We got what we got, and what we have is what you were speaking to him about. I mean, yeah, what we don't have, we're not mentioning, but he's coming back. He's sticking with that sex is evil thing.
Get rid of the other one. Get rid of the other one. You got two up here,
Yeah.
Well, I just wanted to come out the box with that one because about the scientific part. He's back.
Get rid of one. There you go. All right. I say you done with him until we come back.
He was answering the question. He was going in on the Sumerian part.
Go ahead. Let's hear you, Ro. Let's see if you hear that. Damn, bro, your mic is messed up, man.
Trying to tell you, man, you gotta get about the God, man. You gotta get about all that. Get up out of that literature, man.
He might just have to, if he got a mic, he might just have to unhook the mic and just do.
No, he on his phone. He on his phone, I think. That's
all. Oh, you on the phone?
Yeah, he on his phone.
Cause you can hear it trying. You know what I mean? But it's messed up.
We also have store.
Who's that? Who's that?
Like Rusty's 4th birthday. Some things you just can't do online. Shop online, party in store. PetSmart, anything for pets.
Did you hear that? Was that me? That couldn't have been me.
No, that was Nepal.
Oh. So, I mean, for me, I'm never doing that. You know, I'm never taking ancient literature and fusing it with new age culture and play this whole wild game. It's wild. And it would never matter whether anything was fully translated or not. Hell, we don't got most of the Egyptian texts. That ain't got nothing to do with the time period and where they was at that time period. So during that particular time period, whether it's 3000 BCE, 1500 BCE, none of them knew where the hell we came from. Simple as that. It was out there, and they used creation stories to do that. So it's ridiculous to try to, first of all, force them people into another what? We wouldn't know where the hell humans came from another 3,000-4,000 years. You know what I'm saying? Into the scientific revolution. Seriously. So at that point, man, listen, the Greeks didn't know, the Romans didn't know, the Egyptians didn't know. They all had their creation stories. A Sumerian creation story is not an African creation story. And so we feeding into that, right? If you're reading for literature, it's good literature, man. But that's not going to tell you the origin of sex. Sex is evil. He said a few things there. I would vehemently disagree with him. You would actually have to go all the way back to single cell organisms, how sex started, it starts with the transferring of genetic material first.
Right.
And that's and I ain't want that for him. I ain't want that for him. In the part hit him with it and asked him, do you want to go that route? And I didn't want him to go that route because he couldn't go that route. Just stay within the Christian, Hebrew, wherever you at, stay within the Bible, and maybe we can work from there. You know what I mean? But once he trying to incorporate that thing and go that route, it's not gonna work. Now, the reason that the Sumerians was brought up though, because we were showing that ancient Near Eastern influence. Yeah, I mean, that cultural diffusion. That's what's taking place. That's what happens. Yeah, I mean, just within going culture to culture like that in that ancient Near East. So that's happening, and that's how they mapping it chronologically to see if what story may have came first, what matches the culture surrounding. You know what I'm saying?
I think he getting a little nervous. He might be getting a little nervous. You see, this ain't that. It's not light over here.
No.
You see? Yeah, he see it ain't light
And
over here.
that was a nice little hors d'oeuvre. I didn't want to just hurt him.
Yeah, where you at in Vegas? Yeah, Ro, you in Vegas. It's different over here, man. Yeah, it's different over here.
Come on back, Ro.
You can get in there. So where I was at genetic material exchange, and then
Yeah, I like what you were saying. I think you got to bring that to him.
Yeah, all right. The second part, I think, is early cell fusion. You got to deal with that. This is for you even getting. I think the word is meiosis. I think meiosis, meiosis. Okay, that evolved. Okay, from existing cell machinery. So this before you even get to the sex, right? And then you start getting to early sex. Probably. Right, amongst males and females. Okay, we're not even talking about modern organisms yet. All right, then you got eggs, you got sperm, and so yeah, that biblical story is man's attempt at what I've been trying to tell people for years on the platforms. Man, it's just an attempt. It's just a guess, wishful thinking. Your God did it. I mean, what else are you going to do at that time period? What the Sumerians was good at looking at the stars. Okay, it was good at looking at the stars, watching their world. If you can imagine not having a lot of light pollution, it's spectacular. So everybody, listen, if you get a chance, right, I'm gonna end with this. If you get a chance, man, try to find a place. You might not be able to do it in your state. Find a place where there is no light pollution. Right, figure out on the calendar, it was a clear day. It'll change your whole world. When you look up in that star and see those billions of suns or billions of stars, when you got a clear sky for real, no light pollution, it's like every inch of the sky is filled with stars. It's like you can reach and touch them. And that was an experience for me when I only seen it one time in my life, right? But if you can see that where all the stars seem to connect, yeah, you'll change what you think about yourself. I just want to get some.
I remember that story. I remember you told that story, how it changed you in your spiritual thinking when you were in the service, right? You said something like that, didn't you?
Yeah, I woke up in a sleeping bag and I was on night duty. I was in the middle of Fort Bragg, out in the forest. We had to hike out deep into the forest, and it was cold. I'm in my sleeping bag. I got out, put on my stuff, and I looked up. I said, damn, I thought I could. It felt like you could literally. I tried to reach for a star. That's how close it is to you. That's how surrounded you are by these stars. It was an experience, man. I realized that I was kind of looking back. I was like it's like you looking at yourself. Like you recognize that it's greater than you. I ain't talking about God. I ain't talking about none of that. But you recognize that that what you see, you know what I'm saying, is what you get.
That's right. Peace, King Jay. We got you up here. But where's Ro? Y'all scared of him?
I think he's computer, Paul. He probably switching. There you go.
All right, he's back.
See, you switched, right? You switched to your computer?
I switched it to the computer.
There you go.
Now I see.
Now let's go. I say finish off what you said, then Unc got him.
And we have some new people.
You remember we was at Brother Farah's Genesis, the two creation stories.
Yes. So what you were asking in reference to the Sumerian text. Now, saying that there's another tribe that might have been in reference to is just showing further proof that there was this origin. If they're talking about the Garden of Eden, now there's no direct location that they're saying that it's at, but it's been rumored that it's in the lower part of the Middle East, and that would be the location of where they're saying that it might be. Are you guys able to visibly see me?
Yeah, we see you.
Yeah.
Okay, mine is just a black screen to me, but if you guys can see me, we're good.
Oh, you can't see us?
I can't see myself, but I can see you guys.
Okay.
Yeah, we see you.
Okay, so no problem. So, yeah, but in regards to the Sumerian text, there's been multiple iterations that they're trying to still break down exactly what it means and what it entails. There's different carvings that they found across the world that still line up with the story of there being this garden that everyone came from. So what would that be a coincidence of? Why are so many cultures and tribes talking on this?
Now, the reason that, like I was telling the brother Unc as well, I didn't want you to get too much caught up on the Sumerians when I brought that up.
Okay.
But it was more to show that you're dealing with two creation stories within the Bible. So which one? And you got one of them features a tribe called Adam, right? And he, them, and they were called Adam, the he, them, that male and female, they were both called Adam. So that's like a tribe. That's the first one that we get.
But
and
where
they
did
was
you
the
hear
ones
that? Where did you hear that reference from? Because you said
that's in the book of Genesis. You want me to pull it?
No, that's there's a tribe of people called Adam.
No, I just say it's a tribe, but it's a group
there are
of
the
people
Adamites.
that are created. There's a group of people that are created.
Okay,
right?
Adamites I knew. I was just checking to see if they're.
You can call them Adamites, whatever you would like to call them.
Okay.
But there was this group that was created before Adam and Eve in the garden. There's a group, he, them, that is called Adam, right? That's the first one. And these are the ones who are given this commandment to be fruitful and multiply.
Those were the ones that did not have the breath of life. Those are the ones that did not have the breath of life. So they didn't have consciousness. They didn't have sentience. They were fruitful and they made others of their species just like rats do, like monkeys do, or any other animal. They were still reproducing and creating more of them, but that's where we get like Neanderthals.
You said that before, and I wanted to address that. Yeah. Neanderthals had consciousness. I don't know if you know that.
And what signs of consciousness did they show?
There's new research, which from the beginning, they were a civilization. Well, they weren't civilization. They were a race of people or a group of people, species, and they worked together. They reproduced, they hunted, they knew their environment. What
tools did the Neanderthals have?
They had tools.
I've never seen any records.
They even have found. Wait a minute. They've even found where they buried their dead. So
that's correct.
So that's consciousness.
But you understand that ants bury their dead as well. It's still an animalistic behavior. It doesn't mean that that's a civilization.
No, I made a mistake. It's definitely 100% not civilization. I got ahead of myself. But
okay,
they had consciousness, and I don't say that. Ankh might jump in and dispute it. I don't say that insects don't have consciousness. So, what is conscious? I mean, I don't want to take this to a conversation about consciousness too much, but when we're talking about when we're talking about our like humans, Homo sapiens, Neanderthals, Denisovans, they had consciousness.
So when I'm speaking of consciousness, I'm referring to this connection that we have with God, this moral sense that we have as a code when we interact with other individuals. This further point that we know that we're different than other animalistic species. We can still have different habits, but those habits do not determine us, because we still, at the end of the day, know that we are above these other creatures. That's the dominion over the land that Adam received.
You don't have a problem with the Smithsonian, do you?
What's his name? Ro? Your name Ro?
Yeah, Ro.
Hey, yo, I want I'm gonna call on y'all. I don't want everybody jumping in. I want to call on y'all so we can have this joint smooth. And I want y'all to turn it up. Let my man Ro know that he in the toughest environment. He laughing at you right now. He's like, yo, this is supposed to be the
He is not laughing.
Sound like you speaking for yourself, sa.neter. You can't put the brakes on us. right? Put us in line like a bunch of soldiers and then say, turn it up. We don't got to turn it up. Roland made enough mistakes already.
All right,
So,
let's go.
That's all.
Well, I want to ask the brother, is it, before you get into it, I just want real quick, shouldn't have a problem with the Smithsonian at all. I would hope you don't. It's
Dan, did you just put up a thing in the middle of me talking?
No, you weren't talking yet.
I was talking. Yo, you behind. Your mic behind, yo. I was talking.
Nah, he said he wanted to get this in before you go in. Huh?
Right, you see this right here. You can, if you read that second paragraph out loud, if you can. If you don't, I can. If you can't see it.
No, I can see it there. Neanderthals made and used a diverse set of sophisticated tools, controlled fire, lived in shelters, made and wore clothing, were skilled hunters of large animals and also of plants. Food occasionally made as symbolic or ornamental objects. There is evidence that Neanderthals deliberately buried their dead and occasionally even marked their graves with offerings such as flowers. No other primates and no other earlier human species.
Yeah, so they had
a conscious.
They were of course they had consciousness. They hunted. They tried to survive in their environment. I think I think sa.neter
wants. You think that they had a sense of consciousness to know what a god was and to know how to write?
They showed slight hints of religion. You just read it. They showed slight hints of some type of. They had some type of faith. Okay. They had some type of, something going on.
So that would.
And I want to get to that point.
Adam and Eve.
Hold on, Ro. When we say, did they know what a god was? Human beings conceptualize God and they created, even if you say it's divine, if it came from God, they said this is how God is. So for you to say,
who said this is how God is?
Every civilized, I keep saying civilization. No, every being that is considered early human, they said, oh, our environment does this. So we're going to anthropomorphize a god and say that's what. Remember, Ankh said he was looking in the sky. They said something's going on up here, and then as their consciousness developed and as they started becoming philosophical, they said, "Oh, this is God. This is what God is." And again, if you're people thinking that I'm trying to say God isn't real, I'm not. You can look at it from both sides. If you're an atheist, you say people conceptualize God on their own with the bicameral mind, even talking about Julian Jaynes. But if you're a theist and you believe in God, you can say God started to speak to them and they heard God and then they wrote it down. This is what God is. So when you're saying, did Neanderthals know God? We just pointed out that their environment, they buried their dead. They honored.
So I'm saying, would that mean that they're a product of Adam and Eve?
I'm gonna park. Those are the seeds of what we would say things start with rituals. Get it? So.
Right. So I'm saying these are still practices of the children under Adam and Eve. So would that not mean that Neanderthals are part of the bloodline of Adam and Eve? Or were they prior?
Do you know the practice of the? Okay, so you're talking about the. So see, and that's why we dealing with it, how we dealing with it, brother. Because see how you keep going into the garden story of Adam and Eve when this conversation is centered around that tribe called Adam.
So, but that's what I'm saying. You didn't have a basis of these people being called Adam. I understand what you're saying in the groups that were there, but I'm using the Neanderthals as an example. But I'm saying that you still see that there are people who receive consciousness, and that's when they develop religions, they develop rituals, and they develop that morale system that I was speaking of when they are conscious about God. Even if, as Nepal was saying, when they look into the sky and they know that there's a higher being up there, that's that consciousness that we're just speaking of. She even said it herself. They're developing a consciousness. That's the breath of life that was talked about in Genesis that made Adam different and anyone else that came of that bloodline afterwards.
So basically you're saying, but that's not anywhere in the scripture saying that these people were, well, I take that back. There are two different creation stories. But when we talk about that they didn't have the breath of life, everybody, even Cain had the breath of life. Because Cain,
that's why I said, but he's after Adam. Everyone after Adam in that bloodline has the breath of life.
So those were sexual people who were produced through sex.
All right, let me get Let me get Unc up in here, man. I want Unc to go in right quick. Unc was supposed to go.
And those people who were produced, sa.neter, I wanted to finish. Those people who produced through sex, or Abel was said to be good, but he was also produced through sex. So how could that be evil? Thank you. Go ahead.
He was still a product of good and evil. He just made the choice to be good. But go ahead.
Let's go, Unc. Let's go.
Yeah, you can take me off the big screen, Sal. I want to talk to you, brother. So basically, you can't imagine a world that, one, you are an animal, and two, that before the authors of the biblical text wrote it, you don't understand that you exist prior to that. Y'all just spoke on Neanderthal. Neanderthal predates the biblical authors by at least, man, what 400,000 years or so?
True.
Yeah.
So, okay, so that being said, you can recognize Homo neanderthalis, but you can't recognize Homo sapien. Homo sapien arrives around 250,000 years ago, and yet you're stuck on a Middle Eastern story called Adam and Eve. You yourself have already questioned it. Hold, let me finish. You yourself have already questioned it. By the time you finish this show, I'm gonna nudge you on out that. I'm gonna get you out there because you said yourself. I read it was a little while. You said it. So I'm gonna help you along your way. So I want to assert that into the conversation. One, we're animals, and two, us as people who were enslaved and made it to Americas, okay, by largest forced migration, produced texts way before the Hebrew text, was thinking, doing everything, thousands and thousands of years before that Bible. So that should never be our space to try to understand anything. I just wanted to let you know that. I just wanted to put that out there so we can have a healthy conversation going forward. You're starting at the wrong spot. You're at the end of it starting. You get it?
I do understand completely. But there's other text that was just referenced as well. I forgot the I believe it was Brother Bomb Squad who was saying it.
Sumerian text.
Yeah, Sumerian text. And again, there's other cave findings that they find that line up with talking about a garden. It's not just to say just specifically the Bible, because of course it does have a date that was created. But there's other texts where people are still talking and praising the same God, and it's covered around the world. And that does not take away from the fact that there is an existence of God. If you want to just go ahead and bash the Bible specifically, there's a lot that you can go ahead and bash it on. And I'm in agreement with that. But to say that you don't believe the stories that are depicted here because it's an earlier version for translations for you to understand is kind of ridiculous. There's a lot of translations that were needed for practices that are thousands of years old, but we still can't go by those readings. We had to update. And this is just an updated version for us to read.
No, wait. First of all, time periods you're talking about, writing emerges around the same time period, somewhere roughly around, they say, maybe 3,000, 3,200 BCE. That's in Sumer.
3,500 BC, I believe, around there.
Yeah. Sumeria, maybe 100 years earlier. Who gives a damn? I'm telling you that those humans in that time period ain't know nothing about what we talking about. They had no idea on how humans emerged. They was all guessing, and all the stories was wrong. And I'm going to say every single one of them. All the way in Australia, they had creation stories. Dead wrong. All the way in North America, they had creation stories. Dead wrong. And Canada, dead wrong. And Florida, dead wrong. All the way in Mexico, dead wrong. All the way back across the continent into Europe, they was all wrong. They had no ideas. They had no tools to even understand where we came from. They was guessing at it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They was guessing, and all the creation stories, every single solitary one of them was wrong, and they didn't get it right.
So let me ask you a question. Where does your basis of belief begin? Not just spiritual. I'm not saying spiritually, but for text. When do you think that the writing is actually credible, that we don't see any translations that could have been manipulated?
No, I'm not worrying about manipulation of the text. I'm not worrying about literature because it's all great literature.
I'm saying if you're saying it's wrong, where does the credible source begin?
The credible source, the credible sources on the origin of life starts with science. And one of the best ones we have, right, is Charles Darwin. He actually gives the first comprehensive scientific theory on how life evolved on Earth once it got to Earth. Prior to that, it was guesswork, patchwork. The Greeks have a little inkling about it. Egyptians talk about things evolving and transforming, right? That's a creation story, but they did understand things transform, right? But you don't get until the scientific revolution, until they start having the scientific method and all that is when you can get some biological understanding. You cannot jump nature. Nature is trying to kill you if you don't understand it. It's not a friendly place, but those early hunter-gatherer tribes, Stone Age tribes, Bronze Age tribes, they ain't know what the hell they was guessing. They thought a damn volcano was God. They actually did. They, just like you said, they thought that Anu, sets of 24 came down from the heavens. They thought that. They believed that. We know now.
Sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, brother. I'm just letting you know that I'm going to start with nature itself. I'm going to start with science and give us a biological understanding. That's what I'm always do. The text is creative work. It's not actually, they would not understand where we came from. It's slick though, but that ain't what
I understand that.
That's not what we're trying to say.
Well, it's the same thing with multiple philosophers and scientists that have been trying to prove our existence through science. They've been wrong as well. Isaac Newton has been wrong. Galileo has been wrong. And there's acts of Darwinism that have been proven to be wrong as well, too. A lot of it was theory. He was very close with his theory. And don't get me wrong at all. I'm not going to say evolution doesn't exist because we come from a sperm cell and then we evolve into a full-grown human being. It's in our face to see right there that process does happen. However, that doesn't mean that we came from those cells in the very beginning process for our lives and we didn't evolve into monkeys or evolve from monkeys. That is a misinterpretation. When Charles Darwin spoke on that, he said it as an example.
He never said we evolved from monkeys. Go ahead, Unc, and then.
Okay, I'm gonna make
what I'm saying.
point.
I said that he never said that we evolved from monkeys. People misinterpreted that.
No,
bring it out, bro. Bring it out, bro. Bring it out, bro.
Look at King Simon in the chat.
Hey, Ro, we apes, bro.
We're apes, bro.
People misinterpret science.
Do we want to let excuse me, Unc?
Whoa, hold, let me make this point. Don't kill this point. Don't. I was about to get the glory. Don't kill the glory.
Come on.
You said Darwinism. That occurred after he died. It has nothing to do with Charles Darwin, right? That's the mess up like you was talking about. Okay? Humans are apes. We savanna apes. That's what we are. Right? I don't want to get into the monkey conversation because you would think I'd be talking about modern monkeys. Okay? So
I will. We're monkeys too.
Scientists make right. A scientific theory ain't what you thinking it is. It's an organizing of scientific facts, well tested, well verified. That's a scientific theory. So yes,
why is it still called a theory then if it's a fact?
Because no, I never said a theory was a fact.
I said a scientific theory is a
organizes fact. I said organizes the facts because if you don't organize the facts right, you can get it wrong. See, a fact is that we might have been at the restaurant whining and dining. That's a fact, right? And we might have had some women there. That's another fact, right? But if you organize it wrong and say something crazy, you done mess up the whole thing. Yeah, we was at the restaurant, but we ain't beat the women up. We wouldn't touch the women like that. You get it? So the fact is we was there. We was actually treating the women like they supposed to have been treated. Right? But the fact is women was there. Right? You had to organize the stuff right. So when I say scientific theory, I don't mean an everyday general conversation. I'm saying testable, verifiable data. Right?
Of course, but the verifiable data is not concluded yet. It's not conclusive. That's the whole reason why it's still a scientific theory. Go ahead.
No, that's not true. No, that's not what makes something a scientific theory. Scientific theory, they open-ended.
Conclusive, they wouldn't have said it's still a theory.
No, not true. All you gotta do is look it up. You'll get it.
All right.
Look, once you look that up, you got your whole leg over there right now, right? In a minute, you're gonna take that one leg, and you're gonna look up what a scientific theory is. You're gonna say, "Damn, boy, Unc got me." Go ahead, Dosar.
All right, I want to bring on Yara. Let's see what my brother Yara got. Yara, you can question him or you can dispute whatever you heard so far.
Time speaking with you. Yeah, first and foremost,
Go ahead. Sorry, I'm gonna go ahead and hear you, but I'll just look it up for the scientific theory. I was gonna discuss on that, but go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, no, you can do that because Unc is definitely right. There's a difference between the theory and the scientific theory. The two are not the same. So, so Unc is right on that point.
Not
But
necessarily, but go ahead, sorry.
well, yeah, necessarily, he was absolutely right on that point.
Because I
So,
said it wasn't a fact. I was just saying that if it says theory, it's still not a fact, even if it's a
well,
scientific. It's a
no, that's not.
hypothesis. It's a
No,
hypothesis that's been tested and evaluated by the scientific community. It's strongly supported, but it does not make it a fact.
did you look up the definition for a scientific theory?
This
I,
is
I,
I'm
I
looking
agree
at it
with
right now.
Ro. I agree with Ro on that point.
Well,
Don't do that.
you shouldn't sign that because he's
No,
wrong.
because he still said it's a theory.
No,
Ro's
is
right.
the onus is not based on the word theory. It's based on the methodology and the
Yes.
testing and the proof. So it's not based on the word theory. That's his confusion. So don't go into that, sa.neter. You don't need to.
Okay.
He's not right. So
sa.neter
but
was
that's
taking on that side and get shot up too.
hey, but that's what a good host does, right? You know, his first time on,
Yo,
you know, he wanna deflect some of them bullets.
Nah, you got
But it's all good. So I just wanted to ask you, brother, are you under the impression that the Earth is only 6,000 years old?
no, sir.
How do you determine where would you put the age of the Earth?
From the collections of what I've read, it's around 14.5 billion years old.
Okay. So if you put the Earth at that point, then I'm a little bit confused about your pushback against Ankh and what he's saying in regards to science, right? And science, how scientific theory goes, and the understanding of evolution, because you said you agree with evolution to a degree, but you'd agree with microevolution, right? Because I think you gave the example of from birth to, from a child, from an infant to an adult, that's microevolution, but you argue against the concept.
That's called development. Let's not mess that up. That's called development.
But he's not arguing development.
No, but I said clearly
that was
I was saying
evolution.
I said that it's possible because of a microorganism. I said coming from a sperm cell to the
No, that's
walking
not.
adults that we are now.
Right. See, that's
called development.
Right, that's called development.
No, that's not evolution.
Right, that's not
That's
evolution.
not an
And that's what I'm
evolution
saying.
coming from a small cell. So what would you call evolution?
Monkeys,
Coming from a single cell organism?
monkeys and apes and all the stuff that you think ain't right. And
when a species turns into it's evolving into something completely different than what it was possibly before, not genetically, but you understand, it's like we come from a primate common ancestor for primates, or actually not just for primates. Yeah, for primates. I'm going to go to primates. So then we evolved into humans, and apes evolved in, like an orangutan evolved into an orangutan, but we have one common ancestor.
Some dinosaurs evolved into birds.
Dinosaurs
evolved into birds.
Mammals have our 5 phalanges. That's what connects us all. So we do know that there was a point that we were connected and we separated off. That's why we can recognize that when we look at the bone structures, along with how many grooves we have on our spinal cord. I understand that. What I'm saying is, if you're trying to tell me that we are direct descendants from monkeys, no. But did we have a connection before where there was a branch off? Yeah, I agree to that.
Okay, so you agree with Ankh and what we're talking about science. Go ahead, Yara.
Hold up. Hey, Ro, do you believe in the whole Bible, the whole book from Genesis to Revelation?
I told you I know that it has its interpretations that were depicted to be manipulative to the people around it. I understand the King James Version has a lot of demonic principles behind it of order. There's even the passage in Leviticus that's talking about being a good slave. So I do not agree 100% with the Bible.
So you don't agree. So now you don't agree that that's God's word. The Bible is God's word.
I believe that God's word is in the Bible and it is protected. That's why there are scriptures that are still.
How do you determine what's the word of God in the Bible?
You go by the basis of what the intention of the word is. Is it going to steal, kill, or destroy it? Then that's the demonic implications that you have that was infiltrated. It's also best to pray and connect before you read the Bible. Get your connection with God through prayer and then open up the book.
So are you saying God got his words mixed with falsehood in the Bible?
Absolutely. Just like God's words are mixed up and whenever people use their tongue. The human mouth is always mixing up God's word. There's blends of it and there's blends of our
So
flesh.
God
It's the
don't
same way as
protect
the
his
Bible.
word. God don't protect his word.
God does protect his word. That's why you pray and you have your connection with God when you read it.
So you don't think it's confusing for God to put his truth? You don't think it's confusion for God to put his truth mixed with falsehood and have the youth read it as if it was God's word?
There was the manipulation of man. Human is always going to manipulate. So when they
But that's
got
where God
God's
comes to
word, they
protect it, though, right?
manipulated it in the scripture.
But that's
Once
where
it
God
got
comes to protect it.
God's word is still protected spiritually. That's why it's different than when you're reading the scripture. The scripture is written. This is man-made habits that we have, writing that text. But when it was God's word, it was protected. And that's why it can still be protected amongst
When it
God's
was
children.
God's word,
And they
it
have
was
similar
protected.
experiences.
What the hell? You heard what you just said? When it was God's word, it was protected.
Can I get
It
at this
still
real
is.
quick?
I said when it was verbal. When it was verbal, it was still
Okay,
protected.
Cedric,
Go ahead.
you need to come up here and hit the panel. Birds did evolve from theropods, which were dinosaurs, and dinosaurs also they evolved that way too. So yes, they are a type of dinosaur, but they did evolve from theropods, which are dinosaurs. You know, I love you,
I
but
didn't say I disagreed.
I'm not
I
talking to
didn't
you,
say I
bro. I'm
disagreed
not
about
talking to you, bro.
dinosaurs.
I'm talking about
sorry.
Brother Cedric over there. So,
Oh, okay.
but it's all good. Just wanted to address that. Go ahead.
Man, because I'm very curious as well.
Yeah.
So you said, so when do you stop? Because you was like, I'm aware of this, I'm aware of that, I don't believe in the whole Bible. Where do you stop?
After the day show.
No.
You on
In
your
regards to what? Where do I stop from the beliefs of the Bible, or where do I stop?
Yeah, like where do you put
talking about the
where do you put a bookmarker in it? Like, yeah, I'm done, man.
I'm
Like
done with
you say
that.
you don't believe it at all.
And the fear got him a little bit, a little shaky.
Yeah, what are the works that
that
you're looking at that you
have
like,
my
man?
focal
Nah, that ain't it.
points I have my focal points around the book of Matthew, and
Okay.
this is what I tell people because I'm a Christian. I follow Christ. I'm following his beliefs that he spoke of. Even he was against the church.
Can you turn your mic up some, bro?
Huh?
Yeah, I can hear.
Oh, one more time. I couldn't hear you.
He sound good. I sound good, sir.
All right, y'all all can hear him? All right, go ahead. Go ahead. Finish up.
So I'm saying Jesus showed signs of anger and he showed emotions. He was passionate about the word and he was trying to show everyone the belief system and their connection with God. Everything that he did was possible for them as well. That's where my bookmark is at. This is what I have as my focal point when I talk about Christianity.
Okay.
I am not trying to preach about the different acts of Job and whether or not it's an allegory. I believe it's an allegory, and I think that the message is still very prominent. I think there's teachings in the Bible that are extremely prominent in everyone's everyday life. But there's so much manipulation because of how much power those stories had. They tried to have their way with the word to make it fit their agenda. Whereas when you're talking about Christ, there wasn't enough manipulation they could put there because of the disciples, because of those who speak and talk about Jesus Christ before they even started to take down this into tablets. Go ahead.
Point. I got a point.
I want to just ask you two things, and I'm letting the Paul get in. It's like a dual.
Hold on. I just got one point. Do you actually think that the God of the Bible is the God? You know what I'm saying? Because he keep talking. Come on, Ashe. He right there with that, bro. We gotta get him for this.
And what sense are you talking about?
I'm saying in the sense like Palestine, Judea. Are you telling me that the world was waiting for Palestine and Judea to develop a God? Man, come on, man.
No,
you know what?
This is the same creator that we all share. I'm talking about the same creator that we all have.
Whoa.
Go ahead.
Bro, listen to me. Just imagine a world where different tribes and clans don't even know each other, and some decide to worship the water and give praise and honor to the water, because without that daggone water, 3 days they're gonna die. And they say that's the God. Imagine a world where the volcano is destructive, right? And they tried to feed the volcano because it just wiped out half of the city. That's the God. Palestine, Judea. That's their God. They did not know the whole world, bro. That story is not set in a position where they know the whole world.
And that's what I was going to
There's
ask.
different iterations around the world about this story of Christ. It's not just specific to one geographical location. There's multiple people that have iterations and tellings of Christ. And that's what I'm telling you. We get fixed up on where it happened. People have talked about this in China. There's a Chinese depiction of Jesus. There's an African depiction of Jesus. Russia has a depiction of Jesus because it's a story that was told amongst the land because of the impact that he had.
But you talking about something different. We're talking about the God that he worshipped. Jesus ain't God. Jesus worshipped God. Jesus read the Torah. Hold on, wait 1 second, brother, because I want to ask you this as well. So where do you believe like the genesis of mankind began, and what was the language of those people? I know you
asked me
believe
where I
it's
put my
Adam.
bookmark, and I told you where I put my bookmark. And I'm talking about Jesus is telling us who to worship, the Creator, our Father, above the land of all of us, who created everything, the heavens, the seas. You're separating it to a Genesis God. I'm saying that Jesus is still talking about the Creator since the beginning of time. That's still his Father and equally all of our Father. So I don't know where a division came in between that.
Yeah.
I don't know if his mic is out.
I'm turning his mic.
No, I got you. No. So where is you placing the genesis of mankind, and what's the language of it?
This has been interpreted in multiple languages, so it's not specific to one language.
So what's the genesis of mankind, and what was the language that they spoke?
It was a language that's not recorded anymore because they've lost text from that time if they were keeping text. You have to understand there's also acts of the story of Babel that they speak of, when everyone was able to speak one tongue and they tried to climb up to be on the same level of power with God. That God is a ruler. That's a dictator God that they're depicting in that time frame. That God is not the God that we're speaking of as the creator that Jesus was telling everyone to worship. Go ahead.
Wait. So see I noticed what you do, bro, and I'm so glad you're here. I'm hoping that you'll come back often, but you do this. The God in the Bible, when we're looking at the text, it says Elohim, just like it says in Genesis. But you say, oh no, that's just a different God. That's not a good God. That's an evil God. So
That's not what I was saying right now. Go ahead.
Did you just say that the Babylonians, the story of the Babel is not a good God?
Yeah, I said that the God in that Babylonian text
In the Babel, in the Tower of Babel, not
and that
Babylon.
was a dictator God. That's the manipulation in the Bible. You guys have asked me to talk about the manipulation in the Bible. Right. I'm telling you, that's a story of manipulation. Yeah.
But how do you say that God, where for yourself, you say, okay, that God is the bad God, but the God that you talk about in Genesis, Nepal, Genesis 3, that's a good God. Where's the difference? The texts both say Elohim. How do you say, oh, it's a good God now?
But you see how the word Elohim is a connecting factor between two different stories and two different time frames, the same way that God is still the connecting factor amongst different pieces. People have claimed to be gods, and they made their stories about themselves because they said they were God.
So how can
that
you
is
logically
why Jesus did not come here to tell people that Jesus did not come here to tell people he was God.
Okay, let's
Jesus
get back.
came to say he was the Son of God.
Don't bring Jesus into it.
No, because we're talking about the God that Jesus is
I'm pointing out something.
You're moving too fast with the Jesus move.
I'm pointing something out.
We gotta keep the order going. Go ahead, Nepal.
Yeah, I'm pointing.
Yeah, I'll be next, bomb squad.
Yeah,
you
okay.
You went. I'm next. We don't want to step over each other.
We got it. Because I'm going to the scripture where you say the Elohim in Genesis 3 are good. And then you're going to go to the Babel, the story of in Genesis where the Tower of Babel, do you say, oh, the Elohim are bad?
I said the one described in the story of Babel. I don't know how that's confusing. I feel like
it's not confusing for me. You have to explain how you say one is good and one is bad.
Because there's two different time periods and two different stories that are being told.
So wait,
one has a story of manipulation, but that's what I'm telling you. You can't understand.
What does it have to do with it being two different time periods, right? What I'm saying to you is it's supposed to be God in the story, right? According to you.
Correct. So
God.
you're still going on Elohim is what you're asking me. You said it's Elohim, Elohim. But I'm saying people still say God, 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 but you're able to depict which one was a story of a dictator and which one is clearly about the creator. If you are saying yourself, Bomb Squad, that you understand that Jesus was talking about don't worship him, he was saying to worship God, you knew which God that was about, obviously.
No.
Same thing as the different
That's
God
the
that was
same
talking
God
about.
from Genesis that was in the garden,
We're
right?
not doing, excuse me,
That's
Ashay.
the one that's
We're
in the
not
garden,
doing the
correct. The
Jesus
one in the
thing.
Babylonian story is a different
You
one.
know, that's the same dude. It's the
Okay.
same God, bro.
They're
Like you
using
trying to
the same name. People are trying to use the same name for the story.
Hold
That's
on.
a manipulation.
You jumping out the line, yo. I see I
Yes.
gotta get aggressive.
Bro.
I ain't gonna get it in. I can't let you do me like that, bro.
Okay.
Remember, you went, she went, we let her talk. Don't jump in. Let her get it out. Then let me get my shot at it.
Right.
I can't fight with all y'all like that. I got
I was just chiming like you chime
No,
in
you
every
can't.
time
I'm
you
not
want to.
chiming. Remember, I said I'm not gonna chime in. I'm not chiming because I'm gonna mess up what you trying to do. We don't think alike.
Right. Okay, got it.
No,
You don't think like we think. We stepping over each
you
other.
chimed in several times.
I'm not chiming. I'm not
Okay,
chiming.
guys.
Bro. Go ahead. I don't want to fight
I
you.
don't like the way y'all fighting anyway. He should be knocked out right now.
Okay. This is the thing. I need to hold you to this because we, in this environment, and you'll see, we source up and we stick with the source. I can tell you that I think Jesus is the serpent in the garden, but I can't say because he was good. I have to show sources within the Bible that prove my point. When you say the gods of the Tower of Babel are evil, you have to explain to us how are they evil, and then the gods everywhere else in the Bible are not evil. You have to show us, where do you get this from in the actual text? Where do you get it from an ancient extra biblical text? You can't just say, well, I feel like this God was bad, so it is. You get what I'm saying? So you're saying,
But it's no difference than what you're doing right now. You're picking and choosing which elements of the Bible you want to use as a source and which ones you think is corruption. You're saying that the serpent in the beginning is also Jesus Christ, and that's wrong. Even in Revelations, it tells you that Jesus Christ defeats that serpent. So if you're using a source, you're being very selective on what source you want to believe in also.
No, I'm not. Because when I say Jesus Christ is the serpent, I show, when you say to me, oh, what about that serpent in Revelation? Just like you just did, I say, they are a council of serpents, and the Elohim that were evil in the beginning is who Revelation is referring to. See, I give you a logical explanation. You don't give me a lot. I don't say, well,
I'll give you a logical explanation
bro,
right
let me
now.
get this out, and then I'm going to pass the mic. I didn't say, because the serpent in Revelation, I think it's good. I didn't do that. I gave you a reason. I said the Elohim are a complete group of serpent beings. I even tell you in the Bible, they're seraphim, they're nachash. That is in the Bible. You can go look it up. Oh, a seraphim is a serpent-like divine being. Then you can say, okay, I get what she's saying, whether you believe it or not. She's saying part of the Elohim is evil, and then the serpent that is Jesus, that she says, was good. I give you that background. You're telling me in Babel, for the Tower of Babel story, oh, they're just bad. There's a bad one and a good one. Those are bad ones. Why? How are they bad? Show me in the scripture, or get something and show me how are those bad, but the ones in Genesis are not bad. That's what I'm asking for, some facts on that. And I'll hand the mic over.
So 1 second, you listed several points. I'm going to just quickly go through them, and then so that way I can hear him out and give him the justice of respect to get him my full attention as well. So you're saying the Elohim was like a serpent-like figure because it resembled like a flame. Is that what you were saying, correct?
They're called shining beings in the Bible. Not my feelings.
No, I know. I'm listening.
I'm
not going off your feelings. I'm listening. But you even use quotations because it wasn't a quote from the Bible directly when you were talking about this serpent Elohim collective. That wasn't an actual source. That was still your interpretation.
No,
And
it's
I'm
not
telling
an
you.
interpretation.
So hold on 1 second. So to go to Revelations 19, it talks about the King of Kings, Jesus, the Lord of Lords, defeating that enemy that was the reptile from the Garden of Eden. If Jesus was that reptile, how would he defeat himself?
It
You
doesn't
have your
say.
answer right there, and you're ignoring that part selectively.
It doesn't say that in Revelation.
It says it in
It
Revelations
says
19.
that old
Tell you right now.
serpent from the ancient serpent from the garden.
There you go.
That's the Elohim that lied.
And Jesus defeated him. So if you're saying that's Jesus, you have your answer right there. Why are you ignoring and picking and choosing the text? It's right there in Revelations 19. If you're referencing it.
Jesus is the serpent that defeats the other serpent that lied.
It said the serpent from the garden. You said Jesus was that serpent from the garden, but now you understand there's two different ones and what
You
you're
didn't
saying.
hear me.
I'm hearing
Listen,
you.
in the beginning, there are divine beings. And I can also give you sources of scholars and experts. I said Dr. Michael Heiser, the late Dr. Michael Heiser, called the Elohim seraphim and Nachash. Those in the Bible are serpent-like divine beings. They're referred to in Isaiah.
You asked me to give you a source. I gave you a source. Why don't you like the fact that
Wait. What source did you give me?
I told you, Revelations 19.
No, you're not listening. You just cut me off. I said the Elohim are an entire council of seraphim-like, Nachash-like beings.
Is your point about the? I'm trying to understand the point. Is your point that Jesus is the serpent from the garden? Because if that was your point, I think we just agreed together that that's not the same one, because it said that Jesus defeated
you're not
that
listening.
serpent that was from the garden.
Weird. It's weird that you, because you read the Bible.
But I just told you exactly what we're referring to, and it answered your question. But
Don't stop me, please. I feel like I'm getting ready to get stopped. Listen, in the Bible, Satan, or whatever you want to call Lucifer, Christ is a Lucifer. The devil is a Lucifer. They're the same types of being. Christ is a shining being. Satan is a shining being. They're the same kind of being. That's the Bible. In the beginning,
that's not a reference. That's not a scripture from the Bible. That's your depiction.
Oh, it isn't? It isn't a scripture from the Bible?
No, you're saying that Jesus and the devil are both light beings, which means that they're the same. They're not. Look, Satan came from heaven, so he was illuminated when he was from heaven.
So you're saying that Christ is not a Lucifer, and that Satan isn't a shining being also?
I said that Lucifer was illuminated when he was an angel from heaven. And I'm saying that Jesus is the light. Jesus is illuminated. To say that they're the same is not logical. That's just your interpretation. And there's no source that supports that they are the same kind of being. Okay, let me get this for you. Okay, because I'm going to share the screen because you don't even know the basics. 2 Corinthians 11. You are mixing up. You're making your own. Why are you doing that? Why do you? I noticed you did that before. I'm not making any. Listen. I have my doctrine that I teach, but I got facts. Hey, 2 Corinthians. Yeah. 11, verse 14, and no marvel, meaning don't marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. You don't know the. Yes, did I not agree with that? That no, you said Satan is not a Lucifer. You said Satan isn't a Lucifer. I said that he was illuminated. I said that he was an angel from heaven. How does that disagree with what I just said? Okay, so is Jesus also the light and the way? I said that Jesus is the light. These are things that I just said. I said that does not mean that they are the same being. Hold on. So show me where I didn't say they're the same being, Ro. I said they're both. No, I didn't say they're one. All right. I didn't say they're the same being. I said they are the same beings. They're the same type of beings. Jesus is a. But that's what I'm saying. That this does not prove that at all.
All right, y'all. All right, let me move on over to.
Yeah, but you know what's funny? We're supposed to be beating him up, and I'm beating him up on this, so we got to move on off of it. I got it.
You're not, because you just proved everything that I was saying.
Is Jesus the son? Wait, is Jesus the son of the morning? Is Jesus the son of the morning?
No, Jesus is not the son of the morning.
Oh, Jesus isn't the morning star?
No, Jesus is not the morning star. The son of the morning is the devil himself. And I know what you're
Okay,
trying to
go
say
ahead,
that
move
because
on. I'm
that's
gonna get
not
these
the truth.
scriptures and come in
That's what I'm
later.
saying, that's
Let
All
me
right.
get them for
Hey,
you.
let's
that's
go,
not what
brother.
the scripture says. Go ahead.
No, to me, it's just hilarious.
Yeah, Netta, you got that timing messed up. Yeah, I was next, yo.
All
No,
right.
he's next. He's next because I wanted to hear him out respectfully.
Let's go. Let's go.
Man, listen, we cannot sit up here for this next hour. I can't do it. And act like the Palestine Judeans was the first people to create an idea around God, yo. And that the biblical text represents the God. That is just a Christian Hebrew belief, bro. And we have to accept that. Now, whether you choose to have a Christian Hebrew belief, that's fine. But you can't sit here and disrespect other cultures around planet Earth,
I
right?
didn't.
They had their own idea of what they figured was divine. I mentioned volcanoes, I mentioned water, I mentioned animals, all kinds of stuff, trees, ancestors. Some people don't even believe in God, they ancestor worship, right? So it's incorrect as a functioning human being to say that the Bible God is the God and then sword fight for an hour over that. Like, come on, man. We can't do that. What we can say is comfortably is that that's the God I believe in. You get it? And not be colonial minded, disrespectful to ancestors that walked before us that created their own idea around worship and culture. So we never want to be disrespectful. It's better to say, I don't agree with what the hell they was talking about. I don't think water is divine and sacred. That's better than saying, this book right here got the God. No, that came by way of colonization, colonial powers, Europeans that enslaved us and put us in one of the largest forced migration. So as a person look like me and you, never disrespect yourself like that, bro. You could just say, I just don't agree with that. And I can say, yo, I got you. I feel you. But it's disrespectful to think that their idea was any less valid. We never want to be racist towards where we come from. We never want to slight the people that we came from because we might need that one day. We might just be in an affluent conversation and speaking amongst people that have a worldview that's greater than our little teeny Bible. And we might need to be ready for the conversation and say, yes, I'm familiarized with this tribe. Yes, I respect their ideas, but that's just not for me. See, I can take that, but what I can't take is sitting here for an hour and you think that Palestine and Judea is where the God come from damn near 350,000 years later. Like at a certain point, yo, we should never do that. We should always make sure that we ready for this conversation like this. What I want to tell you is that God is an all human idea. You talked about consciousness. Consciousness is an emergent principle from the universe. Eternal this, eternal that. All that is an emergent principle from the universe. So I just want to make this very clear, bro. Human beings have been worshiping, praying to things for thousands of years, hundreds of thousands of years, right? And that little thing about Neanderthal and the animals not having a God, you know why they don't have a God? Because man and woman made up God out of ignorance and fear of their ecology. I rest my case.
Bring it out. God damn it.
All right. So thank you. So I'm glad that you mentioned this has been an hour and an hour has been wasted because I keep telling you guys points that you guys seem to just skip over because it seems that you guys have a predetermined way that you want to talk to people who read the Bible. And this is what's the term is. I see it right here because I didn't tell you one time I'm disrespecting anybody else's culture. I didn't tell you that. I told you that I understand that there are different texts and there's writings from other cultures talking about how they worship and they looked up to a God. And I talked about that being a connection in consciousness. That's what I was speaking of there. I didn't say that it's just based off of the Bible that I read and that means it's the best and it's the know-all, see-all. What you're saying in regards to other people worshiping the volcanoes as God or water as God,
Right.
because that's as far as they could fathom their mind. You're doing the same thing with the universe right now. You worshiping the universe as a God is no different than them worshiping the water because that's all they knew then as the biggest thing. The biggest thing to you right now is the universe. So I get it. It's a closed mind cap that people have and they've had for millennial of years. But if we can get through that to really understand the consciousness that was talked about, that Jesus was trying to teach us all about, that we have the ability to do, I don't think there's an argument against that. It sounds like you guys are for that as well. Please go ahead.
Hold on,
Paul. I never said I worship nothing.
I didn't say that. I'm saying that you're saying that God could be the universe.
No, I didn't say that. I never said God could be nothing remotely. I said God is an idea that comes from human beings. And I'm not worshiping. If I was to worship anything, it'd be my mother and father. That would be an object of adornment and worship for me. Never said I worship the universe. Never said I worship the sun. Right. But if I was going to worship something, it'd be them natural things that I can see, that I can touch, that I can smell, that I can use in my everyday life. It would never be a little Palestinian myth. So my point was, you keep making reference to this God or everybody God. Everybody didn't have a God. That's another mistake, right? To some people, the water was the water, and it was essential and divine to their community. To some people, the ancestors are to be venerated. Everybody don't have.
I was going in reference to what you had said. You had said that to them that was a God. You said don't ever disrespect their gods. I heard you out. I'm referencing you. I'm only.
No, I said don't disrespect their idea.
I'm just saying what you said.
No, you keep acting like that the stories that come out the Bible actually affected the world. They actually didn't. They didn't even affect the world until colonialism came through with ships and sails on them that bumped into Barbados. Right?
I told you that I am against
you get that, right?
And the push that it had on slavery. That was another point that I said earlier, specifically. When you guys had asked me where my book was, what about slavery? That goes into Leviticus. I said
no, that doesn't. No, it doesn't. You made that up. You can't prove that.
I didn't make that up about being a good slave in Leviticus.
No, forget that wasn't my point. That wasn't my point. No, that wasn't my point. Was that text has no effect on us before colonialism. I'm telling you that African people, I'm saying that Native Americans, people and Native Australians know nothing about the biblical text.
How do you not understand that? My point is, and it's agreeing to what you're saying. I don't understand how you're combating what I'm saying. I'm agreeing with what you're saying.
You keep using it. So how do you agree with me when you keep using it?
I'm saying to you, you're saying the push you said the push that's on colonialism. I said that they did when they enslaved us. I said that's a part of Leviticus when it's talking about being a good slave. And I said that's the parts that I'm against in the Bible. I don't understand how you miss me saying that.
No, I catch you now, and I'm saying that's why that makes no sense. There is no such thing as. Hold on.
Jesus, you're saying that the existence of Jesus didn't have an impact on the world. When there's proof of that.
I can't get you actually here. So you basically saying that Jesus walked on earth, correct?
Yes.
And died and resurrected, correct?
Yes.
Okay. But yet you won't read the words. You think that parts of it is wrong. And I'm saying that doesn't make any sense, man. And that's my whole point. You have to
follow Christ, so I believe in Christ's beliefs and I believe in his teachings. I don't understand how that's confusing when I specifically told you guys.
Christ's teachings are not in Leviticus.
Like you guys had a predetermined way about Christians.
No, I'm a non-believer. I'm a non-believer. I don't got the pre. I'm a non-believer.
Go ahead, Ashay. Because
I just want to chime in. I want y'all to keep going, but I just want to add this in because he keeps saying that.
I gotta get Ashay. I'm sorry. I gotta get this scripture. I'm not gonna argue with him, but he said
that's why. I want to hit the scripture he keep referring to just real quick. And because he keep on saying the whole be a good slave, be a good slave. Are you under the impression that that's new to the text?
No, I'm not. I'm saying that that's the manipulation that was added into it when it was pushed onto Africans.
No, that's part that. No, do you know when that came out?
He said
in the first century. That's part of the original. That's part of the original text, bro.
Yeah.
Part of the original canon.
Yeah.
That was for those were household rules. You know that?
Oh, he thought they added it in there.
He thought they put that in there for the slaves, for the Africans.
This book did not come out.
Come on, bro, that's wild.
This book did not
come out for that
century. This book came out in 1300 BC.
Okay, and that's when that verse came out.
That's not me. The background isn't from me. I don't know, but he's meeting. Okay, go ahead, finish our check because I need.
That was really good.
I gotta come back and show that he was. You don't, bro. This is all love. It's tough over here, but you don't know the scriptures.
Yeah, go for it.
You said that Christ is not the morning star, Revelation that you referred to, chapter 22:16 says, or
Yeah.
I'll let you read it.
No, you said the son of the morning. You asked if he was the son
Oh
of the
my
morning.
goodness. Christ is the
That's
morning
what you
star.
asked me.
Christ is the son of the morning.
You said, is he the son of the morning? That's what you asked me.
Christ is the son of the morning and the morning star.
It says he's the morning star. So where does it say he's the son of the morning? That's the point that I said no.
Okay, we're talking about shining Lucifers. Stay
Just
with
find
me.
that so we can stay on relevance.
No. We're going to read this. Do you want to read it or you want me to read it?
Of the morning.
Do you want me to read it
No,
or you want to read it?
find where it says he's the son of the morning.
Okay, let me read this scripture though, because I enjoyed busting piñatas. First, let me get this.
But you didn't bust a piñata. You decorated
Jesus.
your own piñata. This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, right. You didn't even know. You don't understand.
Son of the morning.
Hey, sir, let me read this, please. Revelation 22:16. Oh, okay. Revelation 22:16. I, Jesus, have sent mine angel to testify unto you these things to the churches. I am the root of the offspring of David, and the bright, that would be Lucifer, and morning star.
Bright would not be Lucifer. That is your interpretation.
Sir, calm down.
So please show me what reference to that.
Bro, I know it's stinging, but let me say this to you.
No, it's not.
We're talking about Christ.
That's why you don't want to say
Why are
it.
you,
You
bro?
don't want to prove it.
Well, no, I'm going to get
relevance.
All right.
Yeah,
Can you calm down for a second? Listen.
I want to see the son of the morning specifically. I want to see the son of the morning.
Okay, I got it. But guess what I want to do? I want to show people that you don't know what you're talking about, because you
I'm
said
showing them that you're being manipulative in
you're
this
still
because that's not what I'm
talking.
arguing
I know
against.
you can
What
tell
I'm
it hurts.
arguing against
You can
is that
tell
you
it
didn't
hurts.
say the son of the-
So you're not
You
gonna
didn't
let
show
me
the son of
talk.
the morning.
We already heard you, bro. You repeating that over and over is not gonna make it right. All right,
Exactly,
so
but
let me
that's what you're doing. That's
let
not what
me
I was
get this
arguing.
out, bro. What is wrong with you?
That's not what I was arguing.
We talked about shining beings. We talked about Christ and Satan, air quotes, being of the same type of beings.
You are making your own.
I know. It's gonna be okay. Hey, it's gonna be okay. We talked about shining beings in the Elohim. I said Satan and Christ are of the same type of beings, the seraphim, Nachash. Stay with me. You said no. I said they're the same. They're both Lucifers. You said no. I said Christ is a morning star and Satan is a morning star. I said Lucifers. You said no. I said Christ is the morning star. He is also the son of the morning. They're talking about bright, shining beings. In the scripture, I'm proving that you're wrong, that Christ is referred to as a bright morning star. Now, if I stop sharing it and go to what you're trying to split hairs and play semantics, but our audience is too smart for that. We're going to go to Isaiah, where so-called Satan is referred to, and Satan is referred to as the son of the morning. And guess what? He's also called Lucifer, a shining being. Isaiah 14:12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? O Lucifer, bright shining one, son of the morning. Christ says, I'm the bright morning star in Revelation, but we just saw that. How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? So what I'm showing you, and I can get one more scripture that I talked about already, 2 Corinthians 11:14, it says, marvel not, Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. So back to the Elohim. They are bright, shining, fiery, serpent-like divine beings. Christ is one and Satan is one. They are of the same group of Elohim. Satan's group, which you can also refer to the book of Enoch. See, I'm giving you sources where they say some fell away and some did not. Satan's group said, lie to the humans. Christ's group said, tell the humans the truth. When you get to Revelations, when you're like that old serpent, it's referring to Satan, not to Christ. And Christ fights that serpent from the Elohim in the beginning. So there you go. You can have the mic now. You don't even have to, talk over me. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm not going to argue on that any longer. They can rewind it back and see exactly what I said to you and how you were selective and what you wanted to debate about, because you can clearly hear what I told you and what I corrected you on. But I understand that that is not where you would like to learn from, focusing on that, because I told you specifically that he is not the son of the morning. I said that Christ is not the son of the morning. And you asked me that, you got excited, you got hyped, and you went on a whole nother detour, and you came back around and you tried to manipulate what the words were between us to fit a point that was not what we argued about. So I understand that, and I heard you out, but telling everybody we can just move on, because you can rewind back and see exactly what was said on that.
Why can't you just answer?
Hey, bro, is
Christ the light?
Is Christ the Son of God? Is Christ the Son?
Yeah, Christ is the Son of God.
Is Christ the morning star?
Yeah, so I did not say he's the son of the morning.
Morning star, bro. What are you talking about?
I said he's not the son of the morning is what I said. He's not the son of the morning. You can go back and see that, and that was all I was saying in the beginning of that.
So the morning star and the star of the morning is different?
The son of the morning and the morning star are two different things. How do you think that's the same?
What's the difference? Explain.
Yeah, what's
How do you think that's the same? The son of the morning?
The bright morning star. I say Jesus Christ is the bright morning star. It says that in the text.
Yeah.
So we're not supposed to confuse that with Satan being the bright morning star. Can't you see that's confusing?
He's the son of the morning is what it said. So how, I don't understand how you
morning
are
star.
seeing
Don't it say son of the morning star?
Can you explain to me how you see that as one and the same?
No, wait. Am I confusing the show? I'm asking anybody. I thought it said Christ was the bright morning star.
Yes, sir.
Right. I agree.
Okay, is Satan the bright morning star?
Yes, it says Satan is Lucifer. Wait, the scripture, which I'll pull it up again, Unc. It says, call Satan Lucifer, which is shining being, which is a bright, shining being. And then it says son of the morning. So he's playing semantics, but in the text, in the
it's not semantics.
Christ is the Lucifer and Satan is a Lucifer. I know it hurts when you Bible program,
but you don't even have any basis for saying that. You picked two different verses and you made Nepal be the connection between those two verses.
No,
that's what I'm
what
saying.
Do you mean,
that
Nepal? It's a
that has nothing to do with that. You are switching up two different words to make it mean one and the same. And you had somebody that even donated here, Chad Baby, that understood that there's a difference. You have other people that understand that there's a clear difference, and you're just trying to reword that for some kind of point that's not there.
Got it. Ro, let me ask you a straight question. What's a Lucifer?
So are we going ahead to move on?
No, we're not moving on. You got to get beaten up on this. Ro,
what's a Lucifer? This is not going anywhere because you're not listening at all.
Ro, I'm listening to you. I am listening to you. Ro, what's a Lucifer? You have the floor. What's a Lucifer?
No, I'm telling you. You are trying to manipulate, because I said right here, it says the
why do they always do that to me? I'm manipulating what?
A light bearer, brother.
Thank you, Ashe. It's a light bearer. It's a shiny one that has the light. Does Christ bear the light or no? What's going on? Is he frozen?
He froze.
The morning star came and got him. He froze him out. Got him.
He's getting upset. Anyway, it's funny. Like whatever.
It was wild. He said that he said they put the slave verse in the King James specific. Like that was a specific drop just for the King James verse.
That's not even true. But because there's slaves in the scriptures, it talks about slavery. But anyway, I don't want to. He's saying he wants to move on from that, but
let's move on from it. He's just saying the exact words. That's why I don't do the whole fight with the Bible. It's like
because
that's why I beat the Bible up. Now you see, now you see why I beat it up.
Yeah, we gotta and that's not my original. Who doesn't know that Lucifer and Satan and God and Jesus are referred to as Lucifers? You could Google that and it'll say, why is Jesus and Lucifer? But even in the Roman, in the Catholic procession in the Latin, they literally call God and Jesus Lucifer in the Latin when they're doing this service. But
so maybe in the translation, the shining one, maybe that's a morning star or something. He's saying they the same word.
Which my original point was they're shining beings. They're all shining beings. So anyway,
they are light
spaceships and floating through the airs and the y'all was what?
But that's the theological side of things, though. Theology.
Hey, I feel like I got tricked though, because I swear, years ago, I thought Satan was the morning star, yo. I mean,
Hey, yo, I want y'all to understand something.
Satan is the morning
Because I said that's why I beats the Bible up. Look at what the brother said. So you just hate laws. You think because the Bible. Listen to me, man. All of you who believe in the Bible do not follow the laws of the Bible. Not one of you. Not one. And it says it in your Bible. It says it in your Bible.
Hey,
so don't play with me.
Read your super chats, man. Come on, man. Get to the money, man. Get off of Philip of Wilmingham. Get off of him.
Go ahead, Paul.
Where are they?
Right here you go. There you go. There you go.
Oh, thank you. Go, Ro. Go, Ro. Go. Fight back. Go, Ro. Real Trump said for $5. Thank you for cheering. I like Ro. He can hang, but I hope he comes back.
Ro is man. Ro now know that this is the toughest environment. He got it out of here.
Asiatic 777. Thank you for the $5 super chat. He says, "Bless up, peace, Asiatic." What else we got? Oh, another one. This is
Real Trumpet.
Real Trump says for $5 super chat. He says, "Go Ro, go Ro, go Ro, fight them back, Ro, fight for your life." Let's see. The Real Baby Chad. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Says Jesus is the morning star, but Lucifer is not. Isaiah 14:12 refers to the king. Yes, the king of Babylon. Lucifer in Latin is morning star, but the text is in Hebrew. Listen, you're correct about the king of Babylon, the backstory, but we're talking on the philosophical, metaphysical side where he's talking about angels. So thank you for that about the king of Babylon. However, Lucifer is a light bearer, and so is Satan. We agree with that, right? No? Yes? Okay. According to the scripture. But thank you, the Real Bad Baby Chad. All right, and
that's it.
Hey, yo, I gotta tell you what happened on Canaan.
No, man, don't do that, bro. Nah, bro, I'm halfway through it.
This is what happened, man. Listen,
I'm getting off this.
All right. I ain't gonna do it.
All right, $20 Ubuta. Thank you for the $20 super chat. Yeah. So. Dang, I hope he comes back. I'll lay back off of him because he said he doesn't even want to talk anymore. Damn.
Yeah, come on, Paul.
He said that. That's what he said. He ain't say that.
He said, "I want to move forward. I don't even want to talk about that anymore."
He in the part with the let's move forward.
Let us move on. You're not leaving listening. Well, I don't. You know what? I don't understand all that. I don't believe none of that. I wouldn't care if it was. They're all the same people to me. They just shake them up.
He asked you a question.
Ubuta said, "Napa, you believe Jesus performed miracles?" I believe Jesus performed miracles. I believe a lot of people perform miracles. Yes, I sure do. I
what
sure
are one
do.
of the miracles that Jesus performed, Paul?
Why? Do you want me to talk about Jesus? We don't take this because I'm ready. You like it? I love it.
What are one of the miracles that Jesus performed?
Resurrected.
What?
Resurrected people from the dead.
Oh, you talking about mentally dead?
No, I'm talking about resurrection from the dead.
Come on, Paul. You gotta stop this, man.
Let me ask you. You gonna take Rose's place. Let me ask you some questions. Walking down the hallway. Hey, can you resurrect people from the dead today?
Not the physical death.
But what's cardiopulmonary resuscitation?
I don't know. Mental.
Exactly.
Not mental.
sa.neter, what's CPR?
Come on, man. You talking about breathing into them, bring them. Nah, we ain't doing all of that.
No, see, you play too much.
No. Stop, Nepal. You playing games. Let me tell you. These people wasn't just dead for like 3 seconds. They wasn't dead for like 2 seconds. Okay. They were dead for years. And Jesus went to the goddamn gravesite.
Years?
Yeah, they were dead for years.
Let's walk it down slowly.
And Jesus walked to the gravesite, shook up the gravesite, and they jumped up out of the ground and started running through the cities, causing havoc.
Okay,
Is that
now,
the miracles you're talking about?
hold on. You got. I know because you're smarter than a lot more clever than Ro. You asked me what miracles could Jesus do.
Yes.
I said bring people back from the dead. I hit you with a big old boulder like a wrecking ball and ask you what is cardiopulmonary resuscitation. Let me ask you a question. Stop. When people stop breathing and their heart stop beating, are they dead?
Not all the way until it gets like about a good 10 minutes.
How do you know?
I would say,
In ancient times, if someone stopped breathing and their heart stopped beating, would that indicate that they're not alive? Just you talking about not if this, because you know science. If someone's heart stops beating and you didn't know anything,
they thought you was dead.
They thought you were dead, so you were dead.
They thought you were dead.
Okay,
but
stop. Stop.
No. Life, you're not fully dead yet.
You know what? That's a miracle to bring them back to life. It is.
No, it's not.
Well,
no, it's not a miracle.
No, it's not a miracle. Okay.
That's just a word. That's just a word.
In the Bible, it's a miracle. But you want me to say walk on water?
No, I don't want you to say anything. I want you to say what you think is a miracle.
So Jesus brought people back from the dead. Yes, he did. And so did Elisha. And did you also know that in the old days, they had to put a string down into the coffin and a bell up above the ground because sometimes they would bury people alive. And I just watched a video on YouTube about a Chinese woman who was buried while she was pregnant and she gave birth. So she was still actually living. But of course she died in the coffin.
Do you think if Jesus...
And they showed that she was crying. She was crying to try to get out. Even though they thought she was dead.
If Jesus' mother died, you don't think he would bring her back to life? Why he didn't bring her back?
I'm sure Jesus would bring her back to life. He brought Lazarus back to life.
Why he didn't bring his mother back?
His mom didn't die before him.
Damn, he died?
Damn,
God?
You don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, she was at the grave.
Are you saying God died, Nepal?
I don't call Jesus God. You do. You debated
just because you don't, all the Christians do.
You do.
I'm saying, did God die?
So you do too. You say Jesus is God.
Yeah, you ain't answering me, Nepal.
No, because God didn't. No, God can't die.
Right. That's what I'm trying to. But Easy Bears also said God did die and came back.
And so does Keon. But let me say this too. I believe that Jesus Christ was the incarnate manifestation of God, which we say God. But one thing we don't look at is Jesus told us we also are the manifestation and incarnate of God. So
I'm gonna get you, Nepal, to tell the truth right now.
Damn, Ro didn't even come back, y'all.
No, bro, they ain't coming back.
He coming back. Hey, I can't believe y'all ran Ro off. What's wrong with y'all people?
I'm gonna get you, Nepal, to tell the truth.
She beat him up, ran him out. Hey,
you beat him up, Unc.
Is the God of the Bible that you're talking about, is that the unfathomable God, the one that's the God of the Bible?
No.
Okay, there you go. There you go. What God is that? The God that's in the Bible? Is that a wicked and cruel and evil God?
No.
Oh, come on, Nepal. I can show you a lot of stuff in the Bible. I can show you a lot of wicked stuff that God did, Nepal. Don't do it.
That was confident.
Well, you know what, sa.neter? To you and to, as I say, it's relative. I always go to the Exodus. To the people who wrote the story, it wasn't evil for God to put the firstborn to death, right? It was a good thing. So when you start talking about wicked and evil and wicked to who?
So you said the people that wrote the story, right, Nepal?
Mm-hmm.
That means God ain't had nothing to do with it because it's the people that wrote the story, right?
The people who wrote the story from their perspective.
Right. So that means
when it occurred and they said God did it, they said it was good. It was righteous. So
right. You agree that it was just people that just wrote the story.
Because I'm showing you that when you say evil, it's relative. Would I say that it's right to kill everybody's firstborn? Of course not. But we're talking about the text, and in the text, it's not evil. I'm not pseudo. It's the facts about the story.
Hey, we got my man Reggie Reg up in the building. What up, Reg? Reg, you on mute. What up?
I guess he's
Reggie.
Sorry, I can't
Reggie,
come
what
on the
up?
screen.
It's all right.
Here. Sorry.
What's happening, man? I'm gonna give you a heads up. The homie squad is coming after you, brother.
Yeah.
They coming after you, bro.
As women or men?
You stupid. Yo, you crazy, Reg. The homie squad is heated, bro. They heated right now.
Well, they should be. I'm just trying to figure out as women or men. I mean, let's hear their presentation. It's content, right? They're all over the place. So let them come. It's good content.
Are you saying, Reggie, that the homie was all women, brother?
No, they were known to be female warriors. The men were bureaucrats.
Exactly.
The men were bureaucrats, but we do know some things about the men. They were the kings, but they were always monitored by the women. And the fact of the matter is that somewhere close to about 1 million Africans were trafficked by them. They killed peaceful Africans. And then
so you're saying the woman was the power.
Oh, the women, yes, they were the
Woo.
power, except for the king. And they monitored the men. They kept the men in check. But nevertheless, they were the traffickers and enslavers. But they neglected to tell us about them, the homie civilization. They just called themselves that, female cosplayers, right? Slave traffickers. That's what they are. And then you got Rakufu. He is saying that they were the Haitians. No, they were not the Haitians. They trafficked the Fan people, and those captives became the Haitians. So it's just bad scholarship, bad for the channel. But if you want them to come back on, let them come back on, and I'll deal with them. I'm not not afraid. Let's see. What I have a issue with is that.
Oh, hold on, Reggie. It reminds me of the black widow spider and the Austrian redback spider, where the female controls and rules the whole joint, where she also tells you when you can have sex with her. And when the male spider have sex with her, you know what she do to the male spider, Reggie? She turns around. There you go. She turns around and eats him. Get him up out of here. I have no more use for you. You already put the egg. So that's what you're saying that homie Rakufu and them is doing, brother?
Yeah. Well, they're worse. They're cosplaying women. So it's like the first transgender. So I have to question. I mean, what is there? Who are they, right? And why pick a group of people that murdered African children, men, help put them in the slave trade? Why bring that to the channel?
But you know they no longer work with the white man. They got rid of him with the capturing of African slaves and stuff, so-called African people.
Well, it was the French. It was the French that came in.
They cut them off.
Yeah, right. Well, but the French was. You're right, because they still wanted to slave. That's the funny part of it. In that period. But why would a group of we have problems? We have a group of black men champion female slave trader biatches, right? And then on the other side, we have a high priest of Kemet who is trying to take down the Neteru and say that they're not actual. What is going on in your channel, bro? You
creating some enemies, brother.
I've always had. The only thing that they can do is call me jealous, hating. They can't do that now. What they can do now is Voltron on me, and that would be a big mistake. But because I got the pseudo killers, I got people on Shay's channel. I got a lot of people now looking at these arguments. Right? So Shay's channel did a good job of reviewing them. I
say went at it too.
I say what?
I say went at it too.
Oh yeah, I say he did the first review. He bust their ass.
So let me address this homosexual closet.
Yo. Do not
no.
Called us all kind of transsexual.
Wait.
Let that faggot talk.
No, we get the channel, but you're gonna hurt sa.neter's channel.
Hold on, Nepal. Rakufu, I'm gonna let you rock, but you can't do all of that on the channel.
Okay.
No, listen to me, brother.
He just called us bitches.
No. He ain't. He said it in a different.
And I'll beat your ass.
Yo, Rakufu, man.
Hey, yo.
I hate
that,
man.
There's somebody for you. Hey,
yo, hold on. Stop, Reggie. Just stop.
That's not good for your channel, bro.
Stop, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to tell Rakufu. If you want to speak, brother, I'm going to let you speak. But you can't do that, man. You gotta be wise enough in a certain way to do it, to get your shots off. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm gonna let you go in. I don't want to stop you, but you can't just come right out and say words like that.
Yeah, you can't say the FA. You know,
a different way. You know, he did it in a wise way where they don't get him for that. You can't just come right out and do that. So go ahead, Rakufu. I'm gonna give you the mic, and
he's backstage.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not going to do a lot of talking about the homie right now. Jabari already came up and show. It's going to be a lot of stuff when we get our chance on Saturday. But I just want to say, for the man to disrespect and lie just because he got a problem with me as a man, we squabble up out here. Me and him can go one-on-one. All that buster stuff he doing, he a buster for that. But I'm gonna say this. He knows for a fact that what he said is a lie. The homie wasn't even a prominent factor in the slave trade, and the trade went 200 years before they became. But we're going to deal with all of that. We're going to bring the facts. That's why Jabari said, what's wrong with him? And he know what he's talking about. We got everything about this dude, Reggie. He wasn't even invited to. Man, a lot of people is on this bum. But I'm going to say this, though. He know that the voodoo come from the homie, all the family, the ancestors. Your whole line is cursed, boy. I'm out of here.
Damn, Reggie. You got Rakufu on your head now, Reggie.
Like I said, if anybody looks it up, it's the homie groups that traffic the groups that would be Haitian. They were not those people. They were trafficked. So anybody can look that up. Except for all that squabble up here, that shows that you are a coward intellectually. So you're just a coward. And so intellectually,
you don't turn gangster on us, man, overnight, bro. For real.
Yeah.
What is happening, Dr. Reggie? They trying to squabble with you.
It's okay, Sister Nepal. It's okay.
Don't
so
fight.
Then the first thing that they bring up is their man friend Jabari. So me and Jabari, we're going to deal with this in academia. So we'll put a little bit on this channel, but we go into academia. I'm going to academia. So the channel was great to have a debate, a professional debate. Black News 102, sa.neter Studios had a academic debate, right, that went wrong. The minute that someone brings up pictures and starts talking about somebody's personal stuff, they lose the debate, right? If the debate was about whether natural or literal or not, then anything else, food traps, my computer engineering degree, all of that stuff is irrelevant to our debates. So I did not bring any of that stuff up, but if he wants to go to the garbage can, I'm going to go to the garbage can. But before I go to the garbage can, I'm going to academia. So
when you
I want to know why.
Academia, what are you saying? You going to his college?
Well, no, first, I wrote a 22-page document on academia.edu that he signed on today to read my document, and academia snitched on him, let him know. And then I looked at his academia.edu page. He has no writings, nothing on it, right? Nothing. But he's a scholar. So you go to Jabari Asase, academia, you go into academia.edu, you look up Jabari Asase, you look at his profile, he has no writing, right? Now, what we do on sa.neter Studios, Black News 102, is largely to try to educate our people. But he touts that he is a professor, an expert, right? So my issue is, okay, fine. Where is his writing, right? Where is his actual writing? Not his YouTube presentations, not his shrine stuff, because he's just a comedic, a New Age comedic priest moonlighting as a college professor. So now we are in academia now. So now we want to write. Academia allows you to do replies, put up papers. We're going to do it there, right?
All right, but Reggie,
show the audience. Yes.
Reggie, one of the mistakes that you're making, brother, is you're creating two fights. You're creating two fights. You should try to get rid of one first, kill the first one, and then deal with the second one. Now you done got the die homies on your behind, bro.
Well, they were always on Jabari. They were always on Jabari's side.
You don't want the Rakufu.
Rakufu, what education has Rakufu got?
I don't know, but
wait, hold on. So let's just do this, right? So me and Jabari Asase had a pseudo-academic debate, right? It was supposed to be an academic debate until he violated what we would think would be terms about personal stuff inside a debate, which I did not do, right? My feelings that he is a New Age comedic high priest, those are my feelings, right? But they're rooted in scholarship as to what I know about ancient Egypt. But me and Jabari, we're going to do with this. So I dealt with him on a debate, and I would deal with him in academia. Now, he also did something very interesting. Now, he's supposed to be a professor in Black studies. So that means he's supposed to care about the lives of Black people. Okay, he's supposed to do that, right? So then he's supposed to take the high road, but he took the very low road, right? The very low road is when you start talking about what you perceive as people's economics, right? Now, mind you, look, my money didn't go where his money went. My money went into my son's education, raising a family, right? That's where my money went to, right? And I have to, hopefully in about 2 months or so, my son will complete his doctorate, right? That's where my money went to, right? That's where my sacrifices went to. Okay, he wants to take the low road. Okay, so what he did is he hurt your channel and he hurt your debates. You could say no, he didn't, because of course Black News 102 sa.neter Studios will go on. But if you have somebody who calls themselves a professor and takes the low road, right, in a debate that he did not win, right? He did not prove his case. He could say he did. Now that's him. But all through this period, you've had Rakufu, you had the three fake comedic name people: Seven Asar, Kim-Netta, and Rakufu, all with comedic names, right? None of them know the Meta-Necha, all fake. That's the problem with with people like that. They choose these names. They don't know nothing about the civilization. Why do they call themselves that? So are their names literal? Is Rakufu literal? Is Seven Asar literal? Is Kim-Netta literal? I think those are literal personal names, but the Netters are not literal. All three of them got Netters in their name. Now, that comes with the territory. So I am the lion hunter. A lion hunter hunts other lions, right? But these are not lions. And so,
Reggie. Hold on, man. This ain't the Reggie I know, bro. For real.
Oh, this is the Reggie that this channel turned me into. So now my whole thing is really don't talk to me. Wait, one, if you ain't got no college, I'm talking to them. If you ain't got no college, please don't talk to me, right? If you want to tout your writing, because I made the mistake, because I encourage people to write. So I looked at their book. I said, okay, great, you got great topics. But I did tell them that they need to do a second edition. Now they think that they are writers. Okay. All right. You think you're writers? Okay. We're going to review your book. We're going to review your book. And you know what? We're going to put up free content about the subject, right? And I bet you my free content is better than your whole book. And it's free. You could donate to me. So the other thing is you're regurgitators. You did no original research. You did a book report, right? So you did a book report on other people's work that you never even talked to, right? So the people that you talked to, which are the people in the book that you ever talked to? I talked to Grotto, right? I talked to Maria Grotto, right? I'm talking to Egyptologists. And even in my debate, I talked to experts personally. Who did they talk to? It's a book report. So now I deal with Jabari. Now, Jabari, he is interesting. Okay, so now he enjoys being a professor. He enjoys a salary, probably as a substitute on a substitute line. He enjoys that. But then he attacks me for a degree from the same institution. I got an engineering degree. You know how hard that is? I got it in 1988. You know how hard it was to get it in 1988? Kai. He got a bachelor's. He says bachelor's of science. I don't believe it. So now we're going to check with Cornell to see if he got a bachelor's of arts from Africana Studies or we got a bachelor's of science. Last time I checked, they do not give a bachelor's of science in Africana Studies at Cornell University. It's a BA degree. Now, then we're going to check his master's degree. Here's a master's degree, not in Africana Studies. He had a master's degree in something like human administration and human services, right? That don't count per se per African Studies. Then he has a master's degree in metaphysics. He has a master's degree in metaphysics. Why don't he show his master's paper? Right? Why don't he show that? But that allows him to come on and say, I have several degrees. You have several degrees off topic. You do have one degree on topic. Right? So we're going to battle this out in academia. And the more he writes, I promise, the more it's going to hurt him. But first, I got to see what he writes. Then he lied to the whole public. He put up Infidisi, what Infidisi said, but he cut out what Infidisi said about being literal. Infidisi have a clip. Infidisi said that he told us both that they were literal. To win the debate, Mr. Osaze cut that out. He cut that out. So that means he defrauded the audience. So I have no more enemies, sa.neter, than I had before, but I have a whole lot of new friends. I have a whole lot of new friends now. I have a lot of the Israelites. I have a lot of the Christians. I have a lot of the Muslims, right? And I have a lot of people who study Africa. You seen Nana A. Pseudo, chief linguist.
Let me tell you who I blame for this new Reggie. I blame Harwin. I blame Brother La. I blame the Hebrews.
Now, La told you to stop bringing up his name.
Man, I blame Brother La. I blame the Hebrews. Brother La can act like he ain't down, but he's down with it. We be seeing him in all the messy chats, so he's down with it, brother. You can say all
messy chats.
Yeah, you can say all that. Bless you and your family.
What about Morpheus?
Hold on. No, Morpheus. I don't blame Morpheus.
Shout out to Morpheus, by the way.
I do not blame Morpheus.
Prayers and blessings to that brother. He's a good brother. Love for Morpheus.
Yeah, let me finish. I blame Brother La because he's down with it. He be in all the messy Gumby chats and all of that. You know, he could say, bless you and your families, but I don't think he really mean that. Bless you and your families. No, he don't. No, he don't. Because if you mean it, you wouldn't be saying that while someone else is going in on another woman. What about her family? What about her family?
Yeah.
Who they going in on and banging on and being
doesn't say nothing negative.
and
He
being
tells people to
disrespectful too. But when the persons that's being disrespectful, he's blessing them and their family. That's crazy to me.
That's deep.
That shit is crazy to me. So I don't accept that. I don't respect that either, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. But so listen, it's good for your channel as long as we do it academically. If Rakufu want to pull up on me. Show me before you pull up on me how many other people you done pulled up on.
They said you threatened the brother's career.
You said what? Whose career?
They said you threatened the brother Jabari's career. Well, I have the video though. It was sent to me. Will you threaten his career?
Well, this is in academia now. So let's not play. You can't be moonlighting. You can't be a Kemetic high priest moonlighting as a professor. And then when you hurt me and my family, when you put up something like that, and you don't think you're hurting my family, you think it's just Reggie? You think that when you say lunch money, you're not hurting my family? So if you want to take, and then you want to call me Beggy, right? You want to call me Beggy? You don't think that's hurting Brother Reggie? Y'all don't know me. sa.neter has an idea who I am, right?
I know
but I will
Reggie.
hunt you down.
It takes a lot to get Reggie upset, but when he gets to that point, it's hard to calm him down.
All he's doing right now is going through a lot of elders and asking them, can you intercede between me and Brother Reggie? It's not good for the community. But he's not telling. Didn't you see him put up there to Dr. Ricchetti that I want to kill all shrines? Who does that? Who does that?
Yeah, that's wild.
Who in a debate puts what point did that make? Right? So when a person does that, when a person does stuff like that, you want to think you want to hurt me? I'm really going to hurt you.
It's your fault, Harwin. What you got to say for yourself, Harwin? It's your fault, brother.
Why you blaming me for what?
Man, you putting batteries in his back. You changing them batteries, brother.
I ain't no better than Reggie, a grown man.
Hey, sa.neter, I spoke to Dr. Khalid Muhammad just like you.
Yes, sir. I know.
I talk to them in the street. When we walk in the street, sa.neter, me and you, we get a lot of respect, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, the him Nechatepi, when he walk in the street, people might see him dressed up as a priest and stuff like that, but he wasn't on the front line. He can tell you,
Reggie, I want to ask you a real serious question, straight up too.
The last time you asked me a question, you asked about my personal life.
No, nothing crazy like that. I apologize for that, and I never do it again. But what I want to say is, Reggie, you've been going at Jabari and being rude and disrespectful to him when you was with Garfield. He never responded, bro. Never. That's a fact, Reggie. That's a fact, brother.
Intellectually.
No, they wasn't trying to go at him intellectually. You joined on their squad and you was going in on him. Why they were talking about he's not being able to have kids and
no, I didn't say that. I never mentioned anything like that.
No, you may not, but I'm telling you who was. They was doing that.
They did that. I didn't do that. But intellectually, my issue was that Christianity is in a Hellenistic time period. There are a lot of contributions to it. The Hebrews, the Greeks, right? The Babylonians. There are a lot of groups that contributed because the writers of them.
What is it going to take for you to get back with the teachings with Jabari, brother? What is it going to take, man?
I see him in a duat.
Oh man.
Okay, y'all might not be able to teach together. I think y'all always disagree probably on the doctrine, but as brothers, man, is there no compromise?
He's not my brother. He's not my brother. Anybody that puts up a picture of me trying to intimate that about my personal standards, my living standards, right? He knows nothing about my living standards. Then he brought up something about my mother's situation and how he tried to help me get a job. I never talked to him about that. So I never told him about my mother, right? And
no,
then
sir.
he asked me.
No, sir.
He asked,
no, sir.
You said
it's
no?
Other people. No, it's other people.
Okay, if you didn't tell him, then other people, but I don't know those people. But you did call me and say that Jabari might have a job for me.
Yes, I did do that.
Okay, and
I didn't
no.
say Mike. I said Jabari's trying to get you a job.
And I said no.
See? That's on you, brother.
You know why I said no?
Why?
You know why I said no? You know why I said no? Because I disagreed with him, and people like him always hold it against you, just like in a debate. Now, on a debate, the next time you have a debate, have a common computer that works, right? So he tried to make it look like, well, I use this. So I use this computer. I told him thank you, right? But then in the next moment he holds it up against me. He says, "I'm the computer engineer. Don't know how to use a computer, but you let me use your computer." Don't ever think that y'all could tell me how to fight. Because when I fight dirty. Right? Because you force me to be it. And so, listen, you want to watch this. You want to show Reggie your food trap? Okay, I'm going to take a picture of the shrine and I'm going to have the moving out day. I'm going to have the big ankh. I'm going to have all the statues on the staircase. I'm going to have all of that. I'm going to have all of that. Look for that. Right? Shrine closed. Shrine of my eye in a box.
Brother Law, you see how Saul tried to blame you and I for this?
No, don't get lost started. Please don't get lost started. If he didn't hear it, leave it alone.
Peace to you and your family.
No, believe me, he heard it. That's why he here.
Please leave it alone. But let me get back. No, let's not.
Brother Law and his family. Peace to Brother Law and his family.
Wait, sa.neter. Brother Law came to the debate. He paid whatever you wanted to pay, right? He walked in just like anybody else. Everything was cool.
Brother, I ain't say nothing about that, bro.
Right.
That's
Everything
good.
was cool. He enjoyed the debate. He enjoyed meeting you. Dana, Sister Nicole enjoyed meeting you. Everything was all love just a week ago.
Yeah,
right?
but ain't nobody talking about none of that.
Okay, good. So let's just move on. Look for a picture of the moving out
Reggie,
day
I don't
of
need
the
you.
shrine.
Reggie, I don't need you to do that, Reggie. I don't need you to do that, brother.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I don't need you to do that. This is between two men. The only reason, first and foremost, as always, peace and blessings to everybody. The only reason why I'm jumping on right now is because the Wiz called me just a couple of minutes ago telling me that sa.neter was talking about.
This is what I said. I said, you jump, and I might add more stuff. I said, you jump on and you say peace and blessings to everybody's family in here, but you forgot there's another family being assaulted, and you jumped on that panel, and you also mentioned my name on that hateful panel, brother. Yes, you can go anywhere you want to, brother La. I never tried to stop you, but you don't have to get up there on the panel and say, yo, I'm not afraid of sa.neter. Of course you're not, man. Why would you be afraid of me, brother?
What I said was this, as you said, and I reiterate once again, and I concur with what you said. I don't have no governors, no limitations on nowhere that I go because I'm not marketed, nor am I employed by any of these YouTube channels. That being the case, I said, this is what I stand on. And I want everybody to understand me clearly. All the foolishness that goes on in the channels with this one, that one, this one, that one, the only purpose or reasoning for me going on to that panel for that man show was because somebody in the chat said something wild crazy to me saying that watch Brother La go run back to sa.neter and go tell him whatever. Like if I was a dozer or if I were.
But you fed into it though. People say crazy things and I know what they're trying to do.
sa.neter. And in the same token, those games on the internet, I don't play no games. I don't disrespect nobody on the internet, none of the above. When he
No,
said
you
it,
don't.
what I did was I jumped on the channel and I waited for the brother. I don't work for sa.neter. I don't give a fuck about no cash app. Wallahi for speaking this way. I don't care about none of that. I come for information. If a person like yourself or anybody else has a debate and it's informative, I want to get information, I'll jump on a panel. Other than that, or I'll go into the show. Other than that, I don't care about nothing else.
Right.
I really don't.
Was that show informative to you, where that man was talking about me and making fun
Not
of my
at
look?
all. No,
All right,
Paul,
so
what I
you
did was
were there though.
What I did was I jumped on because once again, I'm going to reiterate. He said something out of pocket that I did not like. And I was addressing the man that said it to me. I didn't care about nothing else that was going on. He said something disrespectful that I didn't like to me.
So let me ask you, Brother Law, because I absolutely adore your woman and I have no problem with you. But can you put yourself in someone else's shoes? You're a man that holds yourself up to a higher standard. You're a Muslim. You have shown us that you have higher standards. If you saw anybody's wife that you have said peace, brother, to anybody's wife on the screen, or even if you didn't know the gentleman, and you saw men who, you know, the woman doesn't even know, or whether if I know him or the woman, you see men talking about a woman for hours and disrespecting the man as well. Why would you not only be present listening to that filth, but why would you show your honorable face on a panel? Because you have like I said, I adore your woman. She is somebody that most women should aspire to be. And for you to go up there in the eyes of the community, I know she would never condone a man attacking a woman for hours and talking about her, how her husband is, how she looks, how she's this and that. Why a brother like you with your high standards, why would you be not only there listening to that trash, but also hit a panel with my face on the screen and just think of yourself? I would imagine that a man like you would get up there and say, listen, brothers, what you've done before, this is nonsense. Why would you be talking about this man's wife? That's what I would imagine. But no, you said you got up there because you were worried about people saying that sa.neter lords over you. So I just want to hear from you. Can you put yourself in our shoes?
Yeah, but one more thing, Nepal.
You get what I'm saying, brother?
Yeah. But hold on. And I would also say, because I've met you in person, Brother La, and way before that, I've know somewhat of you. I would never let nobody come up here and disrespect your queen.
Hell no,
They
me
got to
either.
get the hell out of here, and they will be blocked forever.
And cursed
I
out
would
by
never let
us.
nobody come up here.
But you do what you do. I just was really disappointed.
And I know you wouldn't either, but see, this is YouTube, and you wouldn't know where they at. I wouldn't know where they at. We won't know nothing about it. But I tell you, I will block them and get them up out of here. I'm not going to sit back and let them do that.
sa.neter, and I don't mean to talk in recklessness or any of the above. This is an opinion that you have. The difference between me and mine is this. My Wiz is not getting on the internet with none of the slander, none of that, because she's not entertained by that. Neither am I entertained by that. What I'm saying to you is this. At a certain point, you have to realize, and in computing my Wiz into involvement, she's not on the internet in any of this foolishness. That's
So
why
let me-
when she jumps on the... Hold on, sis.
No, I'm going to let him finish because I need to speak about women, because your Wiz is on the internet when she wants to be. She's a grown woman. She's an intelligent career woman. And listen, she may not be debating. So what we're doing is saying, because she doesn't debate, she's safe. The minute she does what I do, go up against men, talk about the Bible, be intimidating, then they will come for our throats. So no, it's not about, oh, my wife isn't on the internet. They attack everyone's family. They attack everyone's wife. So like I said, you could do what you want, Brother Law, and I have nothing bad to say to you, but I see when men think it's okay because I'm a debater, that it's okay.
I never
for
said
men
it was
to,
okay.
No, not you. I'm saying when I see men in chat, I would never, let me tell you something about me. I would never sit and listen to trash talk for hours people are sick on this internet and you know it, but you do what you want to do. I would never sit and listen, even people I hate, I wouldn't sit and listen to trash talk about them because my mind is clean. So when you say your whiz isn't on the internet, no, we know that sister. She's a strong sister. She's intelligent. She hits panels when she wants to. And it's not about her. It's about all these men thinking it's okay to sit in a chat and watch doo-doo nasty and that man that I don't even know talk about women all day long, talk under our clothes, talk about how we look, talk about our lives. Oh, because you put your life out there. It's distasteful for you to be a man, not in, this is hit dogs holler. If you're a man and you hold yourself to a higher standard, I can name a list. I don't see any of these brothers on this panel in these chats of these niggas talking about people just because they want to get views. So this isn't about your queen, but it is about you as a brother, because I still think of you as my brother. You hold yourself to a higher standard. So walk the walk and talk the talk, and don't make excuses for men harassing.
No, I'm not making any excuses at all. What I'm going to say to you is this, Nepal. I had this conversation because when I came home, I informed the Wiz and I told her what it was. And you know what she said to me? To alleviate any issues or problems, she said that you should have never responded back to him when he put that in the text.
Damn. And that is why she's a queen. God damn.
Tell him who said that. Nepal.
She said,
tell him who said that.
Hold on, let me finish, Sonetta. Hold on, let me finish. What she said was this. The minute you, whether you be on YouTube or watching any other channel, the minute you respond and you put something in the chat, you make yourself vulnerable and seen. And people will perceive you by affiliation, by you being on certain channels and thinking that you're going to rock with this one or rock with that one.
Tell him who said that. Nepal, you got to tell him.
Let him finish.
And I said, you know what? You were right.
Damn,
so to alleviate that, to keep peace in my household, what I chose to do now was this. Because as I reiterate once again, and I've said this on numerous occasions, it's not about this YouTube world. It's about none of that. Whatever's going to keep peace in my household and keep her calm and keep my Wiz happy, all this, when it see the foolishness in any other platform, and I told you this as well, Sonetta, when a situation happened between you and Jabari, I will never involve myself in any of that ever again.
Right.
And I concur with that with any other platform.
Let me drop a bomb for your queen. There you go. And
you went on mute.
You know what, brother-in-law? Sa.neter told me this exact same thing from my end when my feelings were hurt. Because see, if I didn't give a damn, brother-in-law, let me get Sa.neter.
I didn't know that she was on there. And then when I found out, that's
about
the same thing I said.
Right. If I didn't give a damn about you and your queen, I wouldn't care. See what I'm saying? So when I said this earlier, when Ashe was doing the show, and then you did your end the show thing, that's when I spoke on it, and Sa.neter said, why did you do that? Because these haters, they hate you, brother-in-law. You think they don't? You think they don't hate you for being over here? They do. They just use people that they think, they say, oh, we like you, brother-in-law. Let you say one thing out of step that they don't like, you'll be right there on the screen getting dragged. So I appreciate what you're saying about
Nepal, what I'm going to say to you is this. They can hate me. They can do whatever they want on the internet. And I'm going to emphasize on internet.
All right.
And I want you to understand me clearly when I say that. The reason why I told Asar to end the channel to end the show, so it doesn't get into a conflict to where it escalated to where it once was.
No, you're right. No, that wasn't a problem. I was just remembering what I get it. Okay, so peace to you, brother. But I just wanted to let you know.
Don't do that.
I'm gonna leave after this.
Don't leave.
Because
Reggie, man. Actually humbly, Reggie, please. Reggie, please, brother. Let me speak with this man. This is one man speaking to another man. I'm speaking to Sa.neter. I would never interject with you when you're talking to another man. The problem is resolved.
I thought you was leaving. I thought you was finished.
No,
Excuse
brother.
me.
All right. That's enough, y'all. That's enough, Reggie.
Yeah, peace to Miss Nicole. You and both of you are beautiful people. I loved seeing you together. What I wish you would have said is, you don't know what you're talking about. This is HOK family. I'm brothers with, a good brother with brother Dr. Reggie. My wife is.
That's enough, Nepal.
But okay, yeah. So anyway, Brother Law, you do what you do.
Yeah.
I just am saying you're better than that, and in my opinion. But you're a grown man. Thank you for listening to your queen, though, sa.neter. You better take notes from Brother Law. But actually, you gave me that advice. You gave me that advice. All right. Thank you.
I don't want no smoke, Brother Law. No smoke.
Okay,
Ain't
so
no
let
smoke,
me say my.
like I always say, like, go ahead, Reggie. I'm sorry for interjecting, Reg. I don't want to get you upset, Reg. Go ahead, man.
No, you finish closing out because I'm gonna air this thing out for a few seconds. So
yeah, sorry I took up all the time on this too, everybody.
Y'all don't get Reggie upset. He done turned into Transformer on our ass.
No,
don't get him upset.
No, it's not turned into Transformer. I just wish you would be honest, man. Just be honest on it.
I can't be honest on this right here. I'd rather step back and just let y'all deal with that. I can't do that, man. I got love for Reggie and I got love for Jabari. And that's why I can't do it. You don't understand.
I'm going to be honest because I'm still waiting for Jabari to jump on because I need to figure out what he was explaining to me, saying that he has a bone to pick with me.
Jabari will be on Monday. And he's supposed to be coming on to air out all the stuff that happened during the debate because Reggie keep going in on it. So he will be on Monday to air out everything. And I think, he did say he wanted to talk to you too, Brother La.
Okay, so here's the thing is, I let Brother La come on.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, bro? I'm stuck in the middle. That's real talk right there.
No, and that's fine. It's fine. Once Brother La came on and I heard what he wanted to talk about, remember, I was talking. So I let Brother La come on and to air what he wanted to say. And then when I thought he was finished, so I'm going to get back to my issue. So it was cool in your debate.
Reggie, if I offended you, brother.
No, you didn't offend me.
That's not my premise, beloved. That's not my premise, beloved. I just came on because Nepal and sa.neter had mentioned something in regards to it. And once I got clarity above it, like I said, and I'm going to reiterate one on it. I'm going to reiterate once again. I just want to keep peace in my household, man. Whatever's going to make my Wiz happy, I'll do whatever's necessary to keep her happy, man. That's all.
I feel you, brother. That's what's up.
Okay, so this platform means a lot to me because I knew sa.neter for many years, and I've always supported his
Hey,
work
Reggie, how much love you got for Brother La? Do you respect him?
Oh, I got a lot.
Do you care about his opinion?
Yeah.
Do he have a say-so?
I can't.
Well, Brother La would love to see you piece all that out, though, brother. And me.
Yeah, that's not. But
how
here's
much
the thing.
You got for Brother La, bro?
I got a lot of respect for Brother La. If it wasn't for myself, me talking about Brother La, maybe 7 years trying to talk to him and get him in the museum so we could talk about Islam and we could talk about Africa. Then I got him on your show, right? To look for information, right?
But Brother La is telling me to be truthful, but Reggie, I'm asking you now to be truthful. Talk that talk, brother, before you met Brother La about Islam. Talk that talk, brother Reggie, before you met Brother La about
sa.neter. sa.neter to keep it 100. sa.neter to keep it 100 with you. Reggie informed me about this YouTube. He said, "La, don't press the button."
Yeah, hold on to that.
As soon as you press the button, you're going to enter into my world, and you're going to have to deal with all of the foolishness and the garbage and everything else that goes on the internet. Whether it be good and bad or endeavor, you're going to have to deal with it.
He's right. Reggie is right.
Right. And so he did press the button. And so we got a chance to meet Brother La. And one day we're going to show you some footage of going to the museum and the libraries, other things that we actually do. Okay, but let me get back to this. Okay, nobody tells me. So the thing about it is, when he put those things up and he said those things in the debate, you didn't end the debate. You didn't stop the debate. You kept it on. There's no fixing that. It was
you
off
blaming me?
topic.
Hold on.
Wait.
I know you ain't blaming me, Reggie.
Wait. You my friend. You my people, right? But the debate was not stopped.
I can't stop that.
Because
bro.
wait. The moderator didn't stop the debate.
Yeah,
right?
but he can't stop that though, Reggie.
Okay,
He's
so
not
that means in
supposed
your
to
debates. Now I've had hard debates with like people like the Moors and stuff like that, right? Like the debates are not a place to air out disrespect, right? It's not a place to air out what happened in the past. It's a place to deal with the information. So now it wasn't stopped, right? I'm not gonna blame anybody, but it wasn't stopped. But I noticed it wasn't stopped. If I had done it, it would have been stopped. But I didn't do it.
No, it wouldn't have been stopped.
Because I have integrity. So when a person does do that, does not stop, right? Don't cry. Don't
All
cry.
right, Reggie, you're my brother.
Now, I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you, bro. I'm saying don't cry. So all the other people in their nasty stuff, right? Like, don't cry.
Look at what you did to that homie yesterday, brother.
Wow.
They come up with a new squad and trying to blow up. But look at what you did. You done tore it down before.
Can I speak? I never disrespected Reggie, period. None of this stuff. Reggie came on there.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
Yeah, let me say, Reggie came on there and he said, even when he looked at the homie, he kept saying, Rakufu is off topic. Why? Because I wasn't trying to deal with the netters. I was trying to introduce Kemet and some of the stuff. I gave him a shout out, said shout out to Reggie for telling me about the At-By Desert. But he called me female. He put me in, he lumped me in whatever he felt about it. He just keep lumping me until I couldn't take it and I went off.
When was this?
That's fine.
When he did his presentation on my crew the other day, he said these three females.
You went off on him?
No, I didn't go off on him. He kept saying, listen to Rakufu. Harwin was on there and King J.
No, I'm trying to figure out, did you curse him out on
none of that? None of that. That's what
sa.neter, I will peace out with Rakufu. Rakufu, I apologize. You done things. Right, you blew up on me a couple of times. I wasn't even talking about you.
And I apologize too. You're right. You're right.
Me and you, we can put peace out. But however, you are with a group of people. You are with a group of people who Seven of Saw, Kim Netta. I never thought that Kim Netta would stoop that way. But
man, both of them brothers love you. It's cold.
No, they don't love me.
They love this nigga Reggie, but they just don't understand how he can be so shrewd on it. If you got
Reggie, what did Kim Netta do, Reggie?
I know, man.
Okay. So the problem is Kim Netta is probably of intellectually as far as the topics of Africa, right? As strong as Rakufu, right? And during this whole period, he had been on the side with Seven of Saw. So they created this the homie group, right? And I think it's his failure because Rakufu would have to tell you who's the one who came up with the name.
Me.
But
okay,
who?
I came up and Reggie. We're gonna deal with it. We're not gonna be calling no name call. We're gonna break down all of the history of the homie on Saturday. We're doing a show, so I know letting her do a show, and you're gonna take our information and you analyze it.
Me
because
and you, Rakufu, I'm piecing out with you. I'm not piecing out with Seven of Saw, and I'm not piecing out with Kim Netta right now. Right now, okay, I'm piecing out with you. Right, I'm piecing out with you. Right,
I'm muting my mic. Talk.
When I meant that you was off topic, meaning that you wasn't part of the beef, but you were in what they were doing, right?
Okay.
Because it was about the debate.
Right.
Your issue was it wasn't, you was talking about other stuff, not about the debate, but they was talking about stuff on the debate.
All right, hold up. Peace and Black Power to my brother, the Mighty Hebrew, man. Great show yesterday, brother. You did your thing. And yeah, great show, brother. Great show.
Ashe has something to say about that.
Leave Ashe alone.
No, he wants to say.
sa.neter.
Check the back.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Harwin. No, I'm gonna say it because Harwin was there, and it was some things that was off, and that's all I had said in the chat in the show that he was saying in Hebrew. And when people jumped online and did the Google Translate or whatever they did, they seen the imperfections in this Hebrew that he was saying.
Are we talking about Mighty Hebrew?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
Hey, brother La, I gotta say this to you, brother. You can't be doing this, brother La, unless you're ready to step in that ring, brother. You keep doing it, but when people call you out, you ducking and dodging, brother.
It's not ducking and dodging. What it basically boils down to, sa.neter, is this, and I want to be clear when I say this and precise when I say this. I don't want to argue about information, because at the end of the day, Christians have their belief, Muslims have our beliefs, and now they have a religion, a school of thought. They have their own beliefs.
Do you respect Malcolm X's opinion, brother La?
What kind of question is that, sa.neter?
It's just a question that deserves an answer. Do you respect Malcolm X? We waiting, brother La.
Well, brother La is a Sunni Muslim.
No, hold on, brother. Hold on. Brother La. Oh, you don't want to speak on that? All I was going to say is that Malcolm X says debating is great, debating is good. And he said you learn from debates. So that's what I was going to say, brother La. That's why I said, do you respect his opinion?
Brother
What
La
I've
went
learned,
to Malcolm X's grave. Brother La went to Malcolm X's grave, right?
Reggie,
he went.
Reggie.
He broke.
Reggie, we know you love your brother, man. It's all right. But see, when I do that, brother La, when I do that for Jabari,
you do it for Jabari. Now you beat me to it. You beat me to it. You do it for Jabari.
Right. That's what I'm saying. But see, when I do it for Jabari, I'm biased.
But sa.neter, let's be transparent and honest though.
Yes.
If we're gonna address the elephant in the room, let's address the elephant in the room.
Elephant in the room is Jabari supposed to debate Harwin.
No, the elephant in the room is this. Reggie is, I'll say this for the record, the glamorization and the acknowledgement of debates and how he articulates words and things of that nature is captivating for a lot of people. More so on Jabari's end than Reggie's end.
All right, I'll tell you what. Reggie, you hear me, Reggie?
Hold on, sa.neter.
Go ahead.
In regards for the information, let's truthfully be honest. In regards to Kemet, has there been anybody on your platform that has been more informative than Brother Reggie? Coming with sources and things of that nature. Let's be honest. Let's be transparent.
Yes.
Who?
Brother Reggie and Brother Jabari.
Don't forget
You're not
Shaka.
answering my question. You really gonna do this?
Don't forget Shaka. Come on, Si. Shaka.
He doing a two-step shuffle. Nah, you shuffling, Si.
No, Brother Reggie and Brother Jabari.
Okay.
That's who I choose, both of them. That's why I know that they will be powerful and they'll be cutting anybody up if they was to get past the BS, man.
Right.
Oh, that's not going to happen. So
yes, it's going to happen, man.
He violated my personhood.
You know when it will happen,
my
Reggie?
personhood,
Reggie, you know when it
violate
happens?
his personhood. No, you can't tell me, because what it is it benefits you. What benefits me? Where's there benefit to me? See, there's no
Message.
benefit. There's
But it
no
don't, but
benefit
Reggie,
to me.
you know where to benefit me at? If I have you two up here fighting every day. But evidently, I'm trying to piece it out with y'all two.
No,
See?
no.
That
It's
will
not about
benefit
fighting.
me.
We had a debate, right? And the debate was supposed to deal with the information, not everything else, right? But he violated
All right, let me
that.
ask you, Reggie. Here's what I wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
Do you want me to be honest and tell you who won the debate? Yes or no?
No, don't get involved with that.
Nepal, please, Nepal. Reggie, yes or no? Because Brother Lai
I
keeps
don't-
saying be honest.
No, because you should stay
Neutral.
neutral.
Yeah.
See that, Brother Lai? I told you, man. And I agree with my brother Reggie. All I was going to do is say,
No,
all I was
son,
gonna
that
do
is
is-
what you should be doing. Is you should be agreeing with Nepal.
I do.
I know
You
that's
should be
right,
agreeing
Brother
with
Law. That's
Nepal.
what I want.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, so let's keep you out of it because you
Thank you,
can't
brother.
always come
You
back
gotta
and
tell
say
Brother
who
Lai
won
to
the
stop
debate.
doing
I
that,
don't
then,
expect you
Reggie. Reggie, you got to tell Brother Lai stop doing that, man. Trying to put me out there to go, tell the truth. I never tell the truth. He's like really trying to.
Tell the truth. Let's tell the truth because you do it to me, sa.neter.
All right.
The problem with sa.neter, the problem with me is because of the affiliation that I have with Reggie and us being
No,
friends.
I love y'all being.
I'm a
casualty.
casualty of war.
No,
I'm
listen,
taking all the shots.
brother.
That's what's happening right
I
now.
love the friendship you got with my brother Reggie. He need that, man. He needs that. He need
I
people
got a
in
lot
his
of friendship.
brother. No, I'm talking
got a
about
lot
you.
of
Really,
friendship.
no, but you really got a real brother in Brother Lai. That's I see it. You got a real brother in Brother Lai. That's what I'm saying.
Brother Lai,
And what I want to
but
say,
look.
Reggie, and hold on. What I want to say, Brother Lai, is Brother Jabari will be here Monday. Y'all don't want to miss it. He's going to be here to break down the whole debate. And then I'm going to allow Reggie, if he chooses to, it's up to him to come on after him. And I told Reggie he should wait. Don't go before. Let Jabari go. And then you could go, Reggie, so you'll see what he say. And then you could say who won this debate. Because Jabari don't come through.
I've said this on numerous occasions to Reggie, as well as me saying it to Jabari, as you already know. I would love to see them piece it out, but this is two men with two different outlooks and two different views. So as a man, you have to take it upon yourself to say, you know what? This is a conflict between two men. You have to step out of it.
And guess what?
wait, I always
Hold on. And guess what, Brother Lai? I will. But that's not how it's being played out on the other end.
Listen,
It's like damn near 20 people going at Jabari with Reggie.
let me just make the statement. I want to say this. If we all were sitting in Sing somewhere as brothers and somebody tried to hit Jabari, Reggie gonna stop that fool. We black brother. That's the Pan movement right there. No matter what differences we got, we're gonna look out for each other. We black. So any other stuff, I know we're not going out in society do a lot together. Hey, it is what it is. But let's not destroy the future and not at least look out for the young ones and show good examples that we teaching here. Whatever individual problems, that's individual. Because I know we sitting in Folsom prison right now, and the others try to attack us. We all gonna stand up with each other. So that's what it do.
What you mean, other black people, or you mean white people?
No, other cultures.
Brother,
Okay, well,
I concur with everything you saying. But you have to take into consideration is this. YouTube is YouTube. The real world is a real world.
Right.
And since you want to throw an analogy, in regards to being behind a wall in the penitentiary, if brothers was rocking with brothers, that would happen.
Yeah, right.
Depending on if you're dealing with state time or fed time, it's a different ball game.
Right.
That's right. I
get you, La. I get it, La.
Yeah.
Why did you bring up Folsom?
Rakufu.
Yes, sir. I see it. I love it.
I'm speaking. Yeah,
he did that for a reason because he's from California. That's why he said Folsom.
Yeah, I was like, dang, Folsom.
Hey, listen. Through my life, very few people have ever stepped in to stop something in my life. The brother that I had on my video prequel of Sex, Money, and Murder, right? He stepped in, right? Because they were going to they was going to kill me. So he said, fight a fair one, right? So, but outside of that, these are YouTube.
What you did, the 52 blocks, Reggie?
No, not
on
the
that
52
note, sa.neter, I'm getting off right
Reggie,
now because I don't want to talk about no street stuff on the internet and none of that other
I'm
stuff.
talking.
I'm getting off.
I'm talking.
Brother Law, check the back chat, Brother Law.
Reggie,
I'm
you were
talking about
doing
me in the street.
Y'all brothers be good.
All right.
I'm getting off. All that street
Wait, Brother
stuff,
Law,
I'm getting
before you
off.
go, check the back chat.
Okay, so my whole thing is, I don't expect anybody to step in when I'm out in the street with sa.neter and all the little debates and stuff that we had. People, I've been on my 10 toes down, right? So it's just what it is, right? When I came on 125th Street, I know there's even when sa.neter comes out there and starts messing with people's religion, especially that dude, that Christian dude that sa.neter was saying, do you believe in this Jesus? And Jesus said, he said that Jesus was white, and sa.neter said, you sound stupid, right? Right? sa.neter's on his 10 toes down, right? So we go out there, we go out in the streets. I don't expect nobody to step in for me. And
I agree. I agree
for the
with
most part,
that.
I wouldn't, because I'm accountable for my speech. But when Him.Neter did that thing with Onk 607 with Whack, right? Yeah, you stepped in. You stepped in, Sa. You stepped in because he didn't see what was coming. You had an idea, so you put it all on you. You put the whole thing on you. I respect you because
I was feeling bad that day too.
I saw
Yeah.
Oh my God, he was so sick that day.
I was feeling bad that day too, Reggie.
And right. And so you put the whole thing on you because you knew what was going to happen. Once the dude brought in sex, right? You're like, what are you doing, bro? But still, that was your man, and you stepped in. But once he started talking about to somebody on the West Coast about, they don't play that. We might be a little easy in New York, right? They don't really play that sex talk, those innuendos. And I gotta give it to you, Sa. You were sick. You stood the hell up, right?
Real
and you was
talk.
gonna take it.
Yeah.
And you took it for him. But that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this dude is supposed to represent Kemet, high priest, and he does stuff like that, right? You stepped in with Zion Lex. Zion Lex was going to tear him up and his house. You stepped
don't
in.
say that, man. Don't do that. Don't do that, brother.
You stepped in with Cyrus
Zion
Suicetti and
wouldn't do
Lex.
that. Come on, man.
Cyrus Suicetti and Zion Lex. You stepped in. You stepped in with Shaka and myself, right? Right? Shaka was real mad at me, bro.
Don't forget Garfield and Rabon.
Wow.
A lot of people don't know that. I was outside, right?
Yeah.
And Garfield was talking greasy about Rabon on the internet. You know, and Rabon finally caught his ass outside. and I know that brother was happy. I came downstairs. Man, he was happy. I came downstairs, I seen Rabon like, yo, that's Garfield.
Rabon stay in the gym. That boy played with them weights.
Right there.
Yo.
Man, he went over there.
Nobody could stop Rabon and Lex Vortex.
Yo, he was gonna pull Garfield out the car, and I jumped right in the middle of it like, y'all, nah, man. Don't do that shit, bro. Don't do it, Rabon.
But I would say this. Look, this is after the debate. So there's some things after the debate, right? What I felt he did talking about me and my person in the debate, right, was disrespectful because I didn't do that in the debate. No matter how I felt about him, I argued the point. So now you giving him a cushion for the innuendos in the debate? You're giving damn.
What happened?
You put the end show on.
But it's still running. We're still live.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we are. We're still live.
We're not in the clock's up.
It's say the end. That's it.
No, we're live though.
Yeah, but who cut it off though, Nepal?
I didn't cut it off. It's still on.
Nepal, I have a question for you.
Look, sa.neter. Yeah, just a minute. Excuse me, right?
Okay.
Look, it says live at the corner. Top, it's red. It's still live.
Right,
You
but
put
I was
the
still
in.
talking.
I know. sa.neter put up the in banner, but you're still going.
Okay,
We
to
can
let
hear
people
you.
know.
Yeah, we can hear you.
That's why I thought it ended. So my whole point of it is, if we have professional debates, then anything outside of the debate shouldn't be in the debate, unless someone. But when I saw that, I said, okay. So you wanna do, but I didn't start it, right? So in the future, in professional debates, if somebody brings up something disrespectful, then that person should be disqualified, right? Do you agree or disagree?
Sai is on the phone, I think.
Yeah, he on the phone.
I think we should have the debaters go over that, like you said in the beginning, with put that in writing.
That's a good rule, though. That way nobody don't start no bull crap.
Or at least not disqualified, but definitely
like what I
maybe.
emailed to sa.neter. He ain't checked his email yet, though. I promised him I was gonna email him Sunday. I sent it Sunday.
Oh, so it's going down, Hardware?
We have Mighty Hebrew on the panel.
Shabbat shalom.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm trying to get Ashe back up here. Let him, whatever grievances he got, he can talk directly to the mighty.
Yeah. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we hear you.
How's the family feeling tonight on this Shabbat night? Y'all good?
Yes,
sir.
That's good. It was a powerful show yesterday. But I just wanted to say something because, Elder sa.neter, he know me. And he know that I'm not going to just let anything slide. Listen, Brother Lau, you said that I said a Hebrew word wrong, which you was talking about shalom. Anybody that read a Hebrew lexicon know that the word shalom means completeness. The root word for shalom is shalom, okay, which means to be complete, full. We showed you yesterday live when you made that comment saying it don't mean that. We typed it up live in front of everybody.
Who you talking about, Brother Lau? You talking about Brother Lau?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, well, I know Harwin would know that too. Harwin would know.
Yeah, I was there. Can I go when he's done if I can?
Okay. Anybody, I live in the Hebrew community we speak Hebrew fluently over here. And anybody that say the word shalom don't mean completeness, they don't know Ivrit. That's not when I showed the elders that today, they was like, huh? When the man made the comment, Brother Lau, saying that the word shalom don't mean completeness. sa.neter, anybody right now can just type that up and it'll all pop up and it'll tell you it means completeness. Now, when it translates into English, they'll come up with peace. But in Hebrew thought, it's much deeper than that. When we would say shalom to one to another, we wanted a person's whole family to be complete, his riches, his goods, his lifestyle, everything. So for somebody to say that I'm using Hebrew words inaccurately, they don't know Ivrit. It is a fact.
Okay, so where is he at? Is he still on the panel?
That's all I wanted to say.
Prince Charlandine, we have Ashe. Yeah, Ashe wanted to speak to you about the presentation. He's on the panel right now. He wanted to say some things.
Not even so much want to speak to him rather than just take up and challenge and really challenge the brother to a debate rather, because I don't, and I mean this with respect when I say this, I don't want to have a freelance back and forth with the brother. I need it organized, because I feel like, and this is my personal opinion, like I reiterated to Paul earlier, ain't no personal knock on you, but I feel like with the doctrine that you kicking, with the whole androgynous being theme, I feel like that's that same stuff that we have to encounter with Lord Jehovah, where it's that door for transsexualism and the appropriation of that. That's my stance on that. So I challenge you on that doctrine, brother.
Oh, okay. So you acknowledge the fact that what they call the androgynous being is a door opener to transgenderism. I heard this argument before millions of times. From my research and me looking at the Hebrew itself, we can see duality. When we talk androgynous, we're talking male and female polarities. We're not even talking sexes. The sexes don't come into play until Zakwana wa Nikiva separates. So when you speak of the androgynous, as you might see in the Hindu culture, they're talking more of a sexual androgynous. Whereas though an asexual being, that's not androgynous in the sense of two sexes, but it's a non-sexual being with two opposite polarities. If you're talking yin and yang, invert or horizontal, you can see this in all the different archaic records, that there was always a duality within the principle of the subject matter. That is all I'm speaking of. So when somebody say, like you're saying, I would agree that many from the West have taken the duality out of context and came up with their concepts of occultic, perverted behavior. I'll agree to that. But the true intent of the positive and negative, or the male and female polarity, has always existed within the Elohim.
But that's that double step that I observed again. You just did it, where you hit us with this is Europeanized, Westernized, but then you come and you hit us with Jewish mysticism, and you hit us with the copy, and you hit us with the Kabbalah. That's Westernized. That's Eurocentric. That's European. Come on, man. That's and this is why I said I needed to organize, because see how I let you speak, and now that's my turn to speak. I know you like to talk a lot. No,
yeah, that's do it in the it's the Shabbat right now, but that's do it in an organized way. But I do gotta say to the people, Kabbalah existed before what you call Jewish mysticism. You see what I'm saying? If you come, what you need to do, brothers, come over here and visit me in Tanzania. Let me take you around some of the tribes throughout.
Dang, is it me or did he get cut off?
Well, I hear.
I don't hear him.
No, it's
I didn't mute him. I didn't mute him.
That was
no. Hold on, Mighty Hebrew. Are you willing to have a conversation with Brother Ashe?
Yeah, I have a conversation. I have a conversation with him tomorrow. I don't know. I want to make this clear. I'm an elder now in our community.
Yes, I know. I heard.
So I don't debate. You understand? My debating days is over, and you can look. I'm in an organized community. I'm with the African Hebrew Israelites of Jerusalem. So
hold on, man. Your teaching days are over, you saying?
Oh, no. Not my listen to what I'm saying. I will have a conversation with the brother, but I will not, as a representative of the African Hebrew Israelites in Dimona, Israel, Northeastern Africa. I'm in an eldership position now. I don't debate. Now I'll discuss, and we can have an intellectual conversation.
Why you don't?
Do you see Dr. Kajriel debating or any of the
No,
elders?
I've seen Dr. Clark debating.
Dr. who?
Dr. John Henry Clark, and he was way older than you.
I know, but I'm in the African
Dr.
Hebrew Israelites.
And Dr. Ben is way older than you, brother.
Did you see Prince Asiel debate?
Yes. And I got the goddamn video.
No, I don't mean, but they respected each other, man.
No, listen to me.
They respected each other.
I got the video with
and they were two elders. I know, but
Hebrew, hold on. I got the video with Asiel debated. What's my man name? Nepal from Chicago.
I know who you talking about. That he just passed away.
Walter
Williams.
I got that video, brother.
But they were two respected elders. They respected each other. And
so y'all gonna have a respect.
I know. Hold on, Elder sa.neter. Hold on. Yeah. And what I'm saying is, I got 34 years of ground footwork research. I just don't debate anybody because they say I want to debate him. When you look at that debate with Dr. Ron Walters and Asiel and them other two brothers all four of them men had a high respect to each other, and they knew each other personally, and it wasn't a personal matter. What I'm saying is, before he could say he want to debate a matter, he need to hear the whole presentation first. The presentation ain't even done yet. You see what I'm saying? So, because we got part 2 and part 3. So he's seen one part, you know what I'm saying? Say, oh, I want to debate that. That's not how I operate. First of all, I don't even know who the brother is. I've seen him a few times. We had a couple of dialogues before and certain disagreements. But just to point out something, say, I want to debate that. What I'm saying to you is, before you can even debate, I have no problem with having a conversation with you. But for me and the work that I put in, I'm not going to sit there and dialogue in a debate form that a person didn't even debate the people that I've debated in the past here on sa.neter Studios. So if he want to conversate, and if he think that the asexual, say who?
You was talking about Unc.
What about Unc West?
You said you've debated in the past here on sa.neter Studio.
Oh man, Uncle Cat, we go back years since the brother Unc and Nikki Love show.
Right.
So yeah, I'll have a discussion with him. And matter of fact, I'll bring a couple of my young students, and if like I bring Lord Azaria, a couple of people. Now he can debate some of my students, you know what I'm saying? But to have a discussion with him, we can have a discussion right now. We don't even have to wait for a discussion.
All right, let him speak. He want to speak.
To me, that's that new style of running that these Hebrew Israelites do.
Come on, bro. Why you
notice Captain Cesariak? If you notice Captain Cesariak said the same thing.
You gotta let him speak, brother. You gotta let him speak, man.
And if you notice, Captain Cesariak said the same thing. These older cats, they scared, man. It's tough to hear you guys present at the HOK, but then you scared to back it up. You know what I mean? You got up there and you said that the original beings was androgynous, asexual. We got the clip. Played it several times. Heard it come out of your mouth. This is what you said that God did originally. I'm here to say that that's Bati. I'm here to say that's Bati boy doctrine. That's opening up a room for the transsexuals to say, hey, you know what we're doing? We're the original representation of what God wants according to Mighty Hebrew. Because he said this is the way that God originally create us. As this trans being, as this asexual being. See, it's a lot more that come with that. And that's what I'm really here to present. See, it's very dangerous. It's very Malachi Z. York style, Madame Blavatsky theosophical style, Neoplatonic style. It's Jewish mysticism. It's just a lot of stuff that we know that the original Hebrew wasn't. And that's my problem, man. And if you don't want to debate it, that's fine with me. I'll just present it. I'm going to present anyways.
That's good.
For you to try to fly that, though, and try to hit the elder road. This is my last statement. I'm gonna let you off the hook.
No, I don't want you to.
No, let me make my last statement though, because you was very long-winded, bro.
No, I'm not long-winded.
Because you guys be mentioning this. No, you guys mention this, and I respect your little longevity in the HOK, and you've been around and all of this good stuff, right? But who have you beaten? Yeah, you might have took some debates. But can we be all the way real? Y'all Hebrew Israelites was punching bags for brothers back in the day. Real rap. You can go ahead.
All right. First of all, I never lost a debate. I don't know if you ever seen any of my debates, but I'm not who you think I am. Let me ask you a question. Define to me what you think I'm saying what an asexual being is from an esoteric sense. What's an asexual being? Let's talk about it.
From an esoteric sense, so now we're not dealing with the primary. You were doing dealing esoterics?
Listen, if you watched the debate yesterday, right? You watched the debate. Well, it wasn't a debate, it was a dialogue.
An asexual being is a being that is genderless. You're saying that a genderless being, not a male, not a female. The way you laid it out, that it was both, because you said that Eve was product of the split.
You must didn't watch.
We watched today.
Hold on, stop. I don't know if you know, but when you deal in the esoteric sense, you can look it up right now. And we did this yesterday on that presentation. Your understanding of the asexual being is the same thing this other brother said. And I corrected him, and he even said it live in the comment that he stood corrected. I am not talking about an asexual being in the general sense as you know it in the scientific term. I am talking about an asexual being in the esoteric sense. If you look up what does asexual, don't look like that, just look it up. Type up.
Give an example, brother.
Hold on, brother. Just type up yourself. What is the meaning of an asexual being in the esoteric sense? Do that right now on your Google, and you're going to see it is talking about a cosmic being with no form of masculine and feminine sexual body parts or any of that stuff.
And as a Hebrew Israelite, where do you get that from? Where you get that from?
What do you
Where
mean
do you get that from?
I get it from the Hebrew culture.
Where?
Let me make something clear to you. The Hebrew culture is not a monolith. At the African Hebrew Israelites of Jerusalem, we don't see the creator as being a he or she. We only see the he and she as duality. Let me finish.
Hold on, wait. Can you break that down real quick, brother? Because you said African Hebrew. You said African what?
I'm a part of a community known as the African Hebrew Israelites of Jerusalem. You remember the brothers that was just on me?
So y'all Africans who moved to Jerusalem.
Where I'm a part of a community known as the African Hebrew Israelites of Jerusalem that live in Dimona, Israel, northeastern Africa. We're not a part of any of the one West.
Nah, that's scamming, bro. Yeah, that's not because Jerusalem not. Come on, bro. Jerusalem not Northeast Africa. You can't get away with that. You wilding with that, bro. You see how you
sits
get
on the it sits on the tectonic plate. It is a part of northeastern Africa prior to the excavation of the Suez Canal, 1859 to 1869, which was originally landlocked, and it was known as northeastern Africa. It then become known as the Middle East until
that's true. So you saying that? So you saying the Levant is Africa?
Let me finish. This is why. Listen. I love you, young brother. I respect you. Keep doing your thing until you're able. And see, when you make comments like these elders trying to run and how you deal with elders, I love elders in the Hebrew Israelite culture. It tells us to respect our Zakwanim, to respect the hoary head of those that came before us. I would never ever come on a public platform and openly challenge elders that put in ground footwork research. I don't
care. I'm doing it.
Let me finish. Let me just finish, brother. Let me finish, yo. I would never. I'm telling you about me and who I am as a man.
But that's irrelevant to the conversation.
Yo. We're not going to have this discussion if you keep disrespecting me, man.
It's not a privilege to have.
Can I step in here?
Hold on. I know. Hold on. Napasha Dad. You're talking to me out of a personal matter. If there's something,
I'm talking to you about the information that you kicked. This ain't got nothing to do with you personally.
If you saying the information I kicked, you would have known when I was saying androgynous being, and I clearly said in the esoteric sense. And when we looked that up, it was aligning that the creator has no form of gender. When we talk about universal consciousness, there is no gender. A gender is a physical manifestation. So when you sit up here and say, oh, this is adorable, first get to know me as a brother. You come in on here, oh, I'm a challenger. I'm an elder in the community. I'm a grandfather.
Yeah.
So for you to sit up here, for you to come,
I'm gonna be real. I don't respect your elderism. You're not no elder to me. All you was was a punching bag. All I ever see you was get whooped up and down. You would come on, bro. It's levels to that elder. You throwing around elder like you Dr. John Henry Clark or something. You abusing that word, bro.
All right, let me calm down.
Africa.
Who you think? What? I'm a part of this conversation.
No, just let them do it.
No, because I'll take the debate. Why are you stopping?
Yo. That's it. We got to stop now.
Yeah, I'll take the debate. I'll take the debate, Ashe, because I know that every spiritual system in the world has a feminine and a masculine aspect. There isn't, especially African. Wait a minute.
Well, we talk about androgynous beings.
Androgyny means masculine and feminine both present. I'll take the debate with gladness. Because
what does it mean to be a being, though? What is a being?
Hey, hold on. You want the debate? I got you.
No, you ain't doing no debate.
No, you ain't got to debate.
Why can't I debate it?
I don't mind conversating with the young brother.
I want to debate it. All right. Well, sa.neter doesn't want me to debate it.
Yeah,
we'll have an organized conversation, Mighty Hebrew. Hopefully, we can have an organized conversation.
I want to talk to Mighty Hebrew.
Real quick though, did anybody did we just skim over the fact that even African spiritual systems have a feminine and a masculine aspect to every deity, every single deity, every single being? Every manifestation from spiritualism is the person. We reflect the God. That's why I said we conceptualize the God. So you cannot say that it's promoting anything. That is what the system is. There is a feminine aspect and a masculine aspect in every single being, especially starting with the deity. Now I'll hand the mic over.
And with that, I'm gonna say peace to everybody.
Don't go yet. Don't go
yet. No, let him slide. I'm gonna let him slide. I'm gonna make y'all deal with it.
Listen, don't.
Saw you tripping.
This is for my sisters trapped in religion. Wake up and free the babies. Sa.neter speak the truth, he's on a mission. Yeah. The house of consciousness, the final call. Will your Bible thumpers wake up or just fall? The house of consciousness, the final call. Stop believing in fairy tales, especially Paul. To use the Bible like a lantern in the night, trying to wake up my sisters to the light. Yeah. The house is closing in and it's a total mess. You ignore my wisdom, the ultimate test. Step inside the 8 showcase, the toughest terrain where the truth hits hard. The cut spring pain, I try to wake you with the word in my hand to get you to the truth, to help you understand. I gave you the scriptures, chapters and verse. I gave you the keys to break the curse. I gave you Torah to unlock with keys. Break the mental chains and be the house of consciousness. The final call. Will your Bible thumpers wake up or just fall? The house of consciousness. The final call. Stop believing in fairy tales, especially Paul. Wake the sisters up with the fire in their soul, taking back the story, gaining full control. Get your mind right, leave the Bible behind. The Bible is not your history, your soul will be hard to find. Welcome to the HOK, where the truth resides. No more hiding in the pews where the die. We speak against the Bible just to wake the inner side. Come inside the HOK doors, we bring the light. The house of consciousness. Will your Bible thumpers wake up or just fall? Stop believing in fairy tales, especially Paul.
where are my people at? I need you to help me on this mission. Yeah. This is for my brothers trapped in religion. Open up your eyes, break out of the prison. This is for my brothers trapped in religion. sa.neter be the truth, you know he's on a mission. It's sad to see my brothers are so lost. It's sad to see you believe in things that's false. It's sad to see you believe in Jesus, or your logic breaks apart in 1,000 pieces. Oh, God killer, not gonna let that slide. You drowning in a myth, you had nowhere to hide. The HOK is the toughest environment. While we trade blind faith for mental empowerment. I believe in scriptures for your mind, this is the key. It's time to unlearn everything you believe. The house of consciousness, start looking within. That's where the real liberation begins. Oh, this is for my brothers trapped in religion. Open up your eyes, break out of that prison. This is for my brother trapped in religion. sa.neter be the truth, you know he's on a mission. The HOK is more than just a place. It's a tough environment where you check your faith. Bomb squad and pseudo killers who check your sources. Don't come in front cause you will leave for losses. The Bible written to break your spirit, built to keep you low, feeding you metaphors, stopping your growth. These is for my brothers trapped in religion. sa.neter be the truth, you know he's on a mission. It's sad to see my brothers all so lost. It's sad to see you believe in things that's false. It's sad to see you believe in Jesus, while your logic breaks apart in 1,000 pieces.
Don't give up on us.